Hello, everybody, and welcome to Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk, here on Dork Tales. We are triumphantly back for another episode. This is episode 22, if you can believe it. I don't know about you, but I am feeling like we're 22 episodes in, plus some how to runs. We are going to be hopping into game in just a moment. But before we do, we should probably find out who is here. First of all, I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly. You've seen him, and I'm very excited to be here because this is my last Phandelver before I go to Calgary Otafest this weekend. So if you're in the Calgary area, or hell, even if you're within a million miles of Alberta, come visit. It'll be a lot of fun. Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Lady Alessandra Celeste Martine Baraquel, our ASMR Paladin Oath of the Watchers, who also uses she, her pronouns. And I will also be at Calgary Otafest.
You will. It's pretty great. Down beneath, or down to to the other side of you, we've got Caitlan.
Hello. Hi, I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I'll be playing Anthea Briarfoot, the halfling artificer alchemist of the group, and finally, hopefully, remake Squish, her homunculus companion.
I hope so. I hope we see some more of Squish.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm very happy to have you here. And I'm also very happy to have Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy. My pronouns are she, her, they, them. I'm playing Lyric, the tiefling bard, and I'm sorry my costume is malfunctioning and I'm losing my mind. So just ignore me completely and just carry on with the show, okay? Cool.
That's okay. I also, I may have to duck in a minute because I have a wounded dog next to me. My dog's paw pad is hurting him, so he's got a bandaged paw, and he looks absolutely miserable and won't stop whining at me. So I might have to let him out in a minute. But before I do that, who else let the dogs out? It's Christa!
Yeah, probably. Hello, hi, I'm Christa. My pronouns are she, they, or her, them. And I play Carmilla Alizarin, our Dampier, Battlemaster Fighter.
Beautiful. And after you and bringing us home, it's Chris!
The show must go on. Here I am with a big hook, ready to hook myself off stage. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing Sindri, our half-elven Way of the Ascended Dragon Monk. I use he or they pronouns, Sindri uses he or him pronouns, and happy fucking Monday. Here we go!
It is true. To the Mondays. All right, so folks, we're going to be getting into game in just a minute, but before we do, I have to do a big thank you, of course, to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games, because we wouldn't be able to be here without Bookwyrm Games. They're the ones that keep the lights on in here and help me buy medicine for my dog's dumb... Stop licking it! Dumb foot. You know what you did. They are an absolutely fantastic sponsor, and if you go visit them, you can save 15% on your order by using code DORKTALES. What's even better than that is that you can get not only dice, many different types, from resin to liquid core to metal wood dice, right? Like, that's pretty dope. And even gemstone. They are absolutely fantastic, and you would be fantastic too if you went and checked them out. You can go pick up way more than that because you can also get some friends, you can get some tea, and a lot more at Bookwyrm Games. And whenever you buy something, we take it on the honor system here, and I double any channel points that are bought on our stream. So consider it right now. Besides that, yeah. There is a lot going on, too much going on, to be honest, and I'm very excited to be around. If you are a member of our Patreon, we are nearing the end of Strixhaven, A Curriculum of Chaos, year 4, which is the last year, so you definitely want to check that out tomorrow night at 7 p.m. It is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get my little curl on again. It's going to be great. And I am incredibly excited to be getting into game, but before I do, I should remind you what we were doing last time. So you all are level 7 now. Amy took a level of Sorcerer for Lyric, and you all are in the midst of heading down to one of 3 places that this strange obelisk apparently has had its pieces broken up. Wherever this broken obelisk leads you, you know there's going to be trouble there, which is why you decided that you were going to get a jump on things. You all are going to be heading tonight, from the sounds of it, to either Talhundereth, to Gibbet Crossing, or Crypt of the Talhund? Or Crypt of Talhund? Whatever is that. But to do that, you probably should rest, recuperate, and learn a bit more before you head out. Because you know that whatever is doing this, be it a Lithid / Mind Flayer threats or something even worse, Phandalin is in a bit of trouble. And if only they had some heroes to stop it. Oh, look, they do. So, any questions before we begin? Yes, what's up, Chris?
Oh no, just dramatically pointing. I guess we're. Yeah, I don't know where I am because I'm only using one modder right now. So I'm like, where are my friends?
That way. No, other way. Yeah. Everybody's on that side of you, and I'm above you. I mean, that makes sense. I'm not gonna
Need a big set of fake pearls to clutch.
Yeah.
I do this all the time, and I'm not wearing anything, so it doesn't actually mean anything. But gasp,
because I'm a top.
No, just
Okay.
Just
Oh, just because you want to gasp. That's fair. All right. Without further ado, I think it is time that we head back in to Phandelver and below the Shattered Obelisk. You made it back to the town of Phandalin. From there, you went and checked in with the cleric that runs the shrine to Tamora, the goddess of luck. There you were each rid of your curse, with a promise to give back to the church to make up for the scrolls that were used in doing so. After that, it was time for you to make your way over to the inn and take a rest. Now, prior to that, you'd been told that given a recent tardiness of one of the staff, you would have to be let in through the back door because the inn was being closed a bit earlier over the last couple of days. And sure enough, as you made your way over there, exhausted from, well, those of you who are staying at the inn, exhausted from long days of adventuring, you bang on the back door, and there is a... Just a minute. And a moment later, the door will open, and you will see the innkeeper. Exhausted, woken in the middle of the night, but still trying to put on a friendly disposition. Toblin will lean out and say, "Sorry, I was trying to get some sleep. You guys are out a bit late tonight."
it's been a long day, Toddlin. I'm very sorry to wake you.
You went adventuring. Oh
Yeah.
man, I totally forgot about that. Sorry, I'm still waking up.
You don't gotta. All I need is my bed.
Yeah, come on in.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything to eat on your way up? I've got some leftover. We've got some smoked sausages.
You don't gotta worry about that. I'm just gonna crash, and well, I'll catch you up in the morning. It's been a day.
Fair. Come on in then. I'll lock up after you. Miss Lyric, Miss Carmilla, good to see both of you.
I think Lyric doesn't even say anything, just kind of like dead-eyed stare and walks up towards her room.
That's
Toddlin. Oh, it's been a weird day. We're okay, but
I'm just glad you're all okay.
Yeah, well, I'll fill you in the morning. I think we're gonna be out again pretty quickly, though. Could you maybe pack from tomorrow when you make breakfast? Can you pack us a lunch to go as well? Something hot for the road.
Yeah, I think I can do that. Not a problem at all.
Thank you.
It's not a worry. I'm sorry that you're having kind of a rough go of it. Thanks for being here for us.
We're here for each other. And Sindri will give him, like, not the predator handshake, but like just like a really warm clasp on the shoulder and this like Okay, internally, I've done my bit. I'm going to bed. Like, okay,
yeah.
cool, nice.
He gets it. He's a dad. He just wants to go to sleep. He's got like at least 2 kids.
Deuces.
Carmilla, as you head in, he's gonna look and say, "You sure you don't need anything to eat? You look a little pale."
This is normal for me. I am fine.
Okay, sure. Have a good night.
You too.
Now, as you head to sleep, exhaustion is going to take over. And for the first time since you were cursed inside of that temple, it feels like the darkness inside of your rooms is going to be a welcome thing. For as you lie down, suddenly, well, not suddenly, there's nothing behind your eyes. Those dreams of tentacles reaching toward your succulent brain meats is no longer something that you have to think about. And as you lay down, I'd like everyone to do me a favor and roll me a d20.
Is it too good?
2 is wonderful.
Work.
How about an 8?
8 is even better.
How about a natural 1?
Whoa. I got a 7.
Got a 7. And Christine,
That was a D20, right?
a d20?
Okay, so I didn't miss here. 18.
18.
No, we just can't roll.
I was like, did I hear that wrong? Was it supposed to be under 10?
If you roll them all, add them all together, you get Christine's roll.
So, one by one, each of you is going to fade into sleep. Lyric, you are going to fall asleep, and you have the most delightful dreams. You have dreams about every composer of ribald limerick or cutting jig or any type of just genius accompaniment that you have ever imagined. Anything you ever read at Candlekeep. You're having a jam session with them. You sleep deep and hard. So hard, in fact, that you do not even wake when the tall, slender figure sits on the edge of your bed and gently combs your hair out of your face. It's all right, they say. Such a beautiful little thing. But all you dream of is a night of revelry and holding your own with some of the greats. Now, meanwhile, across town, Alessandra and Anthea make it back to Ella's aunt's place. Heading inside, it's exactly as you left it. Scout is, probably not, it's not Scout, it's Squire. Squire the dog barks at you exhaustedly, ambles off the bed, wiggling his geriatric butt as he shuffles over to you and headbutts directly into the side of one of your greaves, Ella, with a loud tang. Yep. He looks up at you expectantly.
Give him scritches. All the scritches.
And he will smile in that way that beagles can. And
then
will...
find him like a snack.
Sure. and then he will turn around and waddle back to his little bed. Happy, contented, and with a tiny pot belly protruding from his wrinkled fur.
Well, that was a warm welcome.
It's quite nice, isn't it? Coming back to a place with a dog.
Hmm.
Everything
never
seems
have
kind of
before.
better.
Yeah.
What are you all doing before bed? Anything?
I think just going over again with a quick clean to feel maybe like with some nice soap so I smell something other than the remnants of what I can remember smelling in the past. Prestidigitation took it all off, but the idea of it I think lingers.
Sounds good.
Though we actually did have a really good bath, that's right. But with
You
goblin.
did. You had a
or
wonderful
fake
soak.
Magic soap.
It was real soap. It just lasts for 3 hours.
I think Ella will probably still have like a wash to the hands, face type thing with like nice scented soap. So that's what she smells when she goes to bed.
You know, honestly, it's the worst. As you are washing up with, this house is old, but it has a spigot that's actually been put into the kitchen. It's a pump. It's a small one, but it allows you to draw directly from the local well. And the water comes out a bit murky at first before it empties into the basin and begins clearing up with a bit of time. It's cool, but nothing to really make you feel refreshed like a cold sponge, really. Like, that's going to definitely make you feel a bit cleaner. And as you scrub, you're honestly wondering whether or not this is going to cause you any trouble. Being around this filth, being around this grime, even though you've cleaned, parts of your body are itchier than you like them to be. As if you've been wearing wool, as if you've been getting like a case of eczema or something. Your cheeks in particular are really bugging you from where you got splashed by some of that Odiux muck. But you clean yourself up. Anthea, do you get some rest after repairing Squish?
Yeah, so she's not going to repair Squish quite yet. She can't do that quite yet. She's going to line everything up, though, for her infusions for the morning, just so that it's all kind of there and ready.
Sounds good. And then I guess everybody's heading to bed?
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. Each of you head to bed. And the morning comes very quickly. For all of you, especially for Lyric, it comes much too quickly. But as you feel the rays of light poke in through this gentle little town, it is honestly one of the most comforting ways to wake up, Sindri. You're used to waking up early. The number of times where you had to wake in order to get your exercise in or to start working on the rig of whatever ship you were working on. Well, it's not a change for you. And for you as well, Carmilla, waking up early is something that you're used to from your training. And so on and so forth. But Alessandra, you're going to sleep a little hard, feeling that you need a bit more rest. And as the rays of sunlight are going to pierce through the window, you forgot to pull the blinds before you went to bed, as exhausted as you were. And you are going to feel the light just stab directly into your eyes. What do? Do you just cover your eyes with a pillow and roll over? Five more minutes.
I feel like she'd do that probably at least once.
Sure.
Just for the fact that she can.
You absolutely can. And as you do it, you cover your eyes and roll over. And it doesn't work. The light is still blinding. You can feel it shining into your eyes.
I guess I'll open them and look.
And that's when you realize that your eyes are already open. As you lie there with a pillow over the top half of your face. You feel the pillow across the bridge of your nose, your forehead and above. And yet you can see the windowsill as clearly as anything. Although at a slightly askew angle. Your cheek itches. What do?
Reach up to scratch.
A third eyeball now grows at the crease of your cheekbone, along here. And it stares at the morning sun, blinking in protest. You feel its eyelashes flutter against your fingertips.
Alizarin is probably gonna fling herself up and off the bed to look in and find a hand mirror to look in.
Looking in the mirror, you have a perfectly formed eyeball right here in the corner of your mouth. For reference, anybody who has seen Jujutsu Kaisen, that is the exact location.
Okay. She's gonna poke it.
You have poked yourself in the eye.
Yeah. I don't think she's gonna sit there kind of staring kind of blindly because she does not know how to react to this or what to do. And I
One
didn't
second.
even have to eat any fingers to do this.
So that's how your morning goes. The rest of you are going to wake up inside of the inn having a wonderful night's rest, although a bit of a brief one. The only difference is that when Lyric's door gets banged on, and she eventually wakens, they're going to notice that some of their hair has been braided into a dainty, I guess it wouldn't be a French braid, but a French braid.
Fantasy French braid.
Fantasy French braid. A candlekeep braid. An ombraid. What's up, ombraid?
I don't know what's on braid with you.
What do you all do?
Hey, Lyric, you get halfway through that last night?
Sorry, what was that?
You did one braid, not the other. Did you forget? Or is it the new style? I might have missed it.
I possibly forgot.
Probably. We were all really tired last night.
Yeah.
How do you sleep?
Shockingly well.
I'm not surprised we slept well. A weird day, hot tub, like it's a recipe for a good sleep.
The briefly being cursed part, not such a good part of that recipe.
No. Intensely bad. Did not enjoy. Would not recommend.
Mhm.
Sindri will walk over to Carmilla's door and donk, 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 donk.
Carmilla will open the door, just sort of finishing doing up a jacket button. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. She's not British at all.
Oh no!
I've been listening to Lyric talk, and all of a sudden, this is the first thing she said. Sorry. Oh.
Yeah, I think Chris has forgotten the innkeeper's name.
Toblin.
Toblin. Toblin's got us breakfast made up, I think. I think he's made us lunch too for the road.
Wonderful.
That's
Should
nice.
we go? Are Alessandra and Anthea planning to meet us here?
I can go grab them. I'm sure they won't want to miss breakfast. I don't like Anthea and Lady Alessandra are great cooks, but it'd be nice for them not to have to do it one day.
Yes. Well, why don't we all walk over and we can start breakfast together?
Yeah, sounds good. We're gonna do lots of walking today, so might as well warm up a little bit before breakfast.
Lyric, are you coming with us?
Sure. I'll take
Wonderful.
along.
We will head to Lady Alessandra's.
All right. As you head downstairs, Toblin will very briefly say, "Hey, can you folks come back in a few? I'm getting slammed. My bartender didn't show up again, so I'm a little short-handed. But I will have your lunches ready as soon as I finish the breakfast rush. Is that okay?"
Yeah, no worries. We're just gonna go grab our other two.
Yeah, great. Take your time. It should be within an hour or so.
We'll take the long way around.
It's a small town, but oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Sindri will scuttle out, and as they're going outside, like a lot of people go missing in Phandalin. Like a lot of people.
I've noticed
is-
that.
I am not familiar with terribly small towns. Is this not common? I assumed being out in the woods, it was a danger of life.
I think it's I mean, if you can expect bear attacks or whatever, that's one thing. But I'm used to more people disappearing in the city. Get bored, go on an adventure, catch a boat, get a job, cross the Shadow Thieves, do something.
And it's a lot easier to disappear in town when there's a lot of people in town and you don't know everyone. When everyone knows everyone, you sort of, well, it gets noticed.
And harder to find staff to replace your waiter.
As you're walking through town, the immense man Henry the baker heads over to the inn carrying a big tray of rolls and what look like a couple of test croissants. Good morning.
Good morning. You got a
Can
couple
I
more warm
overhear,
ones for us.
What's that?
You got a couple warm ones for us after Toblin's order?
Yeah, I do. Do you mind getting the door for me? Sorry, I don't mean to have you backtrack.
No, we didn't get far.
Did I hear you talking about bears around here?
I'm always talking about bears.
There aren't very many bears around here, and let me tell you, I'd rather be in the woods with a bear than some of the things that wander through.
I mean, we saw an owl bear recently.
I'd rather be in the woods with an owl bear than a random bandit.
Honestly, same.
Mood.
Just some random man walking around, you don't know what they're up to. You want to think the best of people, but you don't know.
Here, there's the door for you.
Thanks. And he will head inside, because I couldn't resist. And you were going to make it over to Ella and roommate Anthea's house, I guess. And inside, Anthea, what are you doing this morning? Are you working on putting together squish? What's Anthea's deal today?
The artificer in residence? Yes. So
You need a sign.
I can do all of my infusions in the morning. So that's what she's going to be doing. Just kind of working on one then the other. Probably Squish first so that he can sit on her shoulder and kind of direct, and she'll keep doing the things. We're almost there.
Cool.
So we have our crossbow there. And then Yeah, pew. Exactly. It can pew better now.
Pew.
And we have our goggles.
Goggle.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're too big for you.
Do nothing.
They do nothing. Oh, that's
No.
true. You already have dark vision.
No.
Uh-huh. And then we have our cloak of concentration.
Pew.
Oh, thank you. It's actually stolen from the Red Brands, but they didn't need it anymore, so...
Pew. Dangerous.
It could be. It does give you a little bit of a zap, but it helps you kind of focus.
Pew.
Squish is going to be starting to learn some language, I've decided.
Yeah, I love that.
Every time he dies, he's going to come back slightly smarter.
Oh! Okay,
I say,
Squish.
mother! Please do not throw me at the Illithids again! It is quite unpalatable.
I'm sorry. Hey, Squish, we're going on an adventure. We're going on an adventure. We're going on an...
Amanda.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Yay.
Don't kill me.
I'm so sorry that happened. I really didn't mean for it to
That's
happen.
it. Kill me.
Actually,
It's okay. I got better.
this is true. I can always make you better.
Squish immortal. Squish the
Es-
god.
Essentially.
Is Squish god?
Is Squish sorry?
God?
God? I mean,
Is Squish god?
that's a really interesting question for 6 o'clock in the morning.
Does Squish have a soul?
It's your little heart, Squish. I mean, you
Is that-
must because you keep coming back as the same Squish, right?
I'm same Squish? Or I'm different Squish?
What makes a Squish?
Slime.
This is true.
Ugh.
Well, we'll think on it. I think we should think on it over breakfast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Squish will try to eat some of the nuts and bolts on the table.
Oh, sure.
Nom, nom, nom,
I
nom.
wasn't using those, I'm sure.
And
always
then
get
you
more.
will hear a knock at the door as your friends arrive,
Oh,
which might be accompanied by an eep from the other side of the wall.
Coming, I guess. She didn't say it first this time. She will, hurry to the door. Oh. I don't speak dog, and I never owned one before, so I don't really know. You'll have to
Squire,
wait
it's
for Lady
us.
Alessandra.
Squire, it's us.
Oh, it's just
Don't worry.
friends.
The dog will start baying at the door and scrambling up it as best he can, which at his age is mostly like, I literally just set off my dog by barking. He's barking now.
To be honest, you'd set off my son too, but he's asleep.
That's
so.
All right, so the dog is going to hop up on the door and just start going, like, basically kneading it with his claws.
Oh, coming, sorry. She'll go up on her tippy toes and unlock the door. And open it.
The dog will flop out and start sniffing you all.
Hi, Anthea. Hi,
Hello.
Squire.
What do you think about my cloak of concentration? I'm still working on the move.
Looks very focused.
Thank you.
There's a move for it?
I mean, maybe cloak of concentration isn't the most majestic name I could have chosen, but I think it's something that deserves its own kapow. You know?
Do it again.
Cloak of concentration.
Do-do-do-do.
Oh, I like that.
I
That
sort of
feels
see where you're
better.
going with it.
Huh?
Yeah, okay.
Huh?
Strangely, Alessandra's not up. And her door is completely shut. Maybe the lady actually slept in for a change.
We were coming to invite you all for breakfast. Is Alessandra not awake? She's normally up quite early.
Oh. I was so focused.
okay?
I guess I didn't notice. That's true. Well, come in. We'll get her up. Maybe it would be best if you got her up.
Oh.
Or I could go get her up. I don't mind.
No, that is all right. I will go knock on the door.
Okay. I'm a little bit nervous.
I need to be nervous. We're
There's no
friends.
reason to be
Fine.
nervous. She convinces herself more than Anthea.
I'm sure how she wakes up. Some people are not very nice when they wake up. She's always very nice, but I'm just not sure.
I cannot imagine Lady Anthea not being nice. I suppose unless you're on the other end of her sword.
Oh, it's too early in the morning for this talk, I suppose.
I agree. I will be right back. And she'll walk over and sort of really gently, very softly rap on the door.
And yeah, so Ella is in the middle of inspecting herself in a hand mirror at this point. When that eep goes off, can you please make me a dex save?
I rolled a 2.
You knock on the door and hear the sound of shattering glass inside, Carmilla.
Carmilla opens the door. Alizarin, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Unless
It's
it's
okay.
locked.
I'm great. It's fine. In the most anime panic ever. Like that vibe of it's totally not fine.
Are you sure? It doesn't sound fine.
I have a feeling she probably like I'm not hiding this at all because as
Give me a perception
Christine.
roll.
So
Yeah.
I think she probably jumped, spun, and then tried to like grasp her face, like totally drawing attention to it.
Okay, give me
Yeah.
a perception roll versus Christine. Give me a sleight of hand roll.
Oh, no, you're successfully hiding it, I'm sure.
That's okay. I have a drama bomb.
A 6.
I rolled a 4 and I had 0 because it's Dex.
Okay, so you are
I
going.
love that it was both our 0 stats.
You are going to take a look into a moment of pause as you look across the floor, see Alessandra's beautiful eyes, and then your brain catches up to you, and you're like, 1, 2.
And I think Alessandra's whole face just like
3?
crumples and she's just like,
Carmilla's gonna kind of step forward and just like very gently kind of like take her head and look into the third eye.
they're all like
Um,
tearing up like anime tears. Like she's
The third one can cry,
100%
too.
freaked out.
Okay. You can see out of it? It is functional? Oh goodness. I think you need to let Anthea look at this.
She's
Okay,
just like sitting there in her
Anthea?
nightgown, just like absolutely like,
Yeah.
oh my god, am I turning into a like abyssal thing?
Yeah.
Oh, of course you aren't. Carmilla's gonna like take her hands and just kind of like sit her down on the edge of the bed. Anthea,
it
can
through
you
the
please
glass.
come? Yes. Make sure you put your boots on before coming in. There's broken glass.
Oh, okay. I've been
And
around
keep
broken
Squire
glass
out.
before. Oh, okay. Sindri,
Yeah?
you're on Squire. Because I can't.
Sindri's like already holding the like picked up the eagle.
Perfect. Coming.
I'll guard him with my
There's
life.
another. Oh, good.
He's like chasing, like letting him inspect the counters and the tabletops and like.
Showing
I
your
mean-
dog places he couldn't be able to see before.
I figure at this point, if you guys have at all minimal passive, you probably overheard at least a little bit of like just high pitched, like "oh god" type voice.
Yeah.
There's lots of squeaking coming from in here. What's going on?
And Carmilla will kind of step out of the way so you can see Anthea's face.
Wow.
Alessandra's face.
Is that? She's gonna toop around the broken glass and is that real? And almost like poke it. Oh,
Oh, I did that already. It hurt like a poke die.
Wow. I diagnose you with third eye. Never seen that before. I can't even diagnose. I'm not really qualified. Why am I here?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, it's very cool.
I thought perhaps you might have some kind of idea of some kind of curse. No?
I'm not really that type of artificer, but think about any books that I've read in the past.
Do you think it's
Uh,
like a lithic? She pokes at the corner of it.
It's going to start blinking uncontrollably, whether or not you want it to.
Uh,
Uh,
Lyric?
Huh? What's that?
Can you come take a look at this?
Sure. What's there to see this early in the morning? Lyric
Turns
just kind of wanders in.
Oh.
turns
Anthea
Alisandra's face.
will start sweeping, but
Oh.
still paying attention. But kind of get the
Cleaning up the glass.
Yeah.
Can I do like a check on that if I've read anything about it? Anything weird like this?
Sure, make me an Arcana roll with disadvantage, because this is, you know what, I'll just set the DC stupid high.
Can I try to?
Yeah,
Can I
make me an
divine
Arcana roll.
sense myself?
Yay.
Yes, you may.
Nice.
You can also make me an
Oh.
Arcana roll, Alessandra, because you study
Oh.
this kind of thing.
Sure.
16.
22.
Okay. 22.
21.
21. I needed a 20, so there you go.
Yes. Oh.
Here's what you will know as you start to collect your things. Using Divine Sense on yourself, you are still a human. Well, an ASMR. You're humanoid. You are of the prime material realm. However, like the Ashen Whites, like the Durgar, like Ruxithid, you have been exposed to energies from the far realm. And, well, with a 20 plus, you've been exposed to those energies, but this could also be something bigger than that. Maybe, well, you kind of reel to think about it, but whether or not you're transforming into something different, maybe? You're still a human now, though. Humanoid.
You're evolving.
That's not a great thing.
No, it's very cool. It's very cool.
Also, sort of deeply disturbing. I'm just gonna put that out there, okay?
Oh.
Yeah, I noticed that part. I guess just cover it for now.
I have bandages if you'd like.
And then maybe we should leave town.
I thought that
Or
was the
back.
idea.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah. Oh, I have these stick-on bandages. She's gonna slap like a band-aid on it.
How truly anime.
Mhm.
Sindri, you are going to hear the sound of someone walking up the front steps before the dog does.
There's he'll put Squire down in Anthea's room and just like look at Squish. You're on Squire duty. Shut the door. And run up, like trot over the front, like close. Sindri's got like a +5 passive perception, or plus, like his passive perception is like 16. So he's gonna like,
As you're walking by that room, you're going to kind of like shut the door. You heard everything.
yeah, just like nope, and then shut the door to Lady Alisandra's room, and then just like continue walking to the front door.
All right. As you walk out to the front door, there's going to be a knock. Hello? Is anyone there? Says an accented woman's voice that you will recognize as the voice of Gwyn Orsong. The
Gwen is
the dark-skinned dwarf who knows all about the Durgar. And
Sindri will
the sister of the one who works at the Stonehill.
Sindri will slide the door open and then step outside. Hey, Gwen, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty well. It's good. You made it back, eh?
Yeah.
That's good. Look, I heard that you'd made it back there. We made it back here, and I'd seen a couple of the people that you rescued come back through and say that that they talked something about a map.
Oh, yeah. I have it back at the Stonehill, but oh, sorry.
Aye, that's good. Look, it's the middle of breakfast rush right now, but do you want to come over and have a meal with me, and we can talk about what you found? I might be able to help you out.
Yeah, that sounds great. We'll be there.
Did I come at a bad time?
It's just early. Lady Alessandra's a little hungover. They had a big night.
Really? I wouldn't have thought she was much of a affair. All right. I'll meet you back at the inn. Don't dawdle though, and bring me whatever you can, and I'll give you whatever information I have available.
I don't dawdle anywhere.
You know, I've got a hangover cure on me.
Oh, that's all right. We have our alchemist working with her right now. I'm sure she'll be fine in no time.
I am sure that she'll probably be fine with that one. Vinegar.
Yeah?
Vinegar's the real secret to a hangover cure. You wouldn't think so, because it's slightly dehydrating, but it shocks the system, and it's full of electrolytes.
It's like pickle juice, right?
It's like pickled. Anyway, I'll let you go. Say hello to everybody, including your artificer friend.
Are you? Wait. Are you scared of her?
I'm not scared of nobody.
There we go. Didn't think so. We'll see you all at breakfast. Sindri will wink at her and close the door.
That bugger's crafty. You should say as she heads back over to the inn.
Sindri will knock on the closed bedroom door. Hey. Just like crack the door open. Hey, I know it's not a good time, but we've been invited to breakfast at Stonehill with a little more information about. Sindri will like make a general hand gesture and then just kind of gradually include it, like Alessandra in the like all this goings on. She seems like she's really in the know.
Oh. I'm gonna say like Alessandra probably has facial expressions along the lines of like Sailor Moon, just like
Nice.
not
we fixed
happy.
it, though. Kind of. We hit it.
How do you feel about
See?
cowls?
You can't even tell.
Pretty good
What?
right now.
Yeah. Do you want to borrow that? Do you want to borrow this? It goes up a little ways too, and
That's
yeah.
nice.
We'll just
She's
listen.
gonna kind of like have more of her hair farther forward.
I told them you're hungover today. They'll make it work. They don't know your business. Anyhow, we got a hot lunch on the ready. We'll get out of town so we can sort this out. Anyways, who cares? It's a frontier. People are weird out here.
Oh god, I hope my family never finds out. And she just kind of blank-eyed stares at the ground.
Well, I've handled this about as well as I can. Let's go get breakfast.
To be fair, if you ever got in a staring contest, you'd probably win.
Oh, you have an advantage.
I don't.
know, it's blinking without my control right now.
No, more that I think your opponent would be so intimidated they wouldn't really know what to do.
Which eye do they stare in?
I really hope it's not
Right.
something that would be something that my family would be trying to banish or
Oh.
kill.
Well,
Speaking of which eye, I still have trouble even with only two. Which eye do I look at?
Is that honestly a concern of yours? They might
Truthfully,
try and
yes.
do some. No, not you.
Oh,
but, I mean,
sorry.
yes, you. But I do want to know. But Lady Alessandra, is it really a concern that they might try and something smite?
Oh, well, if it's abyssal or otherworldly in nature and it changes, then probably.
Carmilla is going to like sit down next to Alessandra, take her hands, and say, Alessandra, we would never let them do that to you.
Well,
Agreed.
if I actually turn into a mind flayer or something, please do it.
We will figure something out.
Okay.
And there's got to be some like magic that can fix this, anyways, right?
Maybe?
Well, I mean,
Potentially.
magic can lift mountains and travel through time and go to different planets. I think you can fix an eye.
I mean, it happened
I heard-
after remove cursed. So,
Maybe the scroll was a little funny.
hopefully.
We will figure something out. For now, let us go have breakfast, and perhaps we can go back to the cleric and ask if they can take a look at it.
Besides, you look pretty cool. What with the bandage and the cloak, like all rough and tumble like.
You do look very dangerous.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to cross you. I mean, I wouldn't want to cross you anyways, but especially now.
She kind of, I think she has that very, like, adorably distraught look, but also like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very much anime character, just 100% anime overreaction.
As you wander toward the tavern, toward the inn, you are going to pass by a few villagers who are going to say, "Good morning! Good morning!" And as they say good morning to you, you can't help but think, Alessandra, that each one of them can see right through that bandage. And as they pass by you, you can't help but notice that you were passed by exactly 5 villagers. And as you open the door, there are exactly 5 patrons with 5 plates of food. And as you enter, Toblin's wife leans across the counter and said, "Here's your change. 5 coppers." It's echoing and bouncing off your head. Those insights are getting stronger. But maybe it's nothing. It's probably nothing. On the inside of the stone hill, you can see that Gwyn is sitting at the table nearby. Now, Gwyn waves you over, and there are 5 additional plates of food on the table. And right as that vein in your forehead is about to burst, Lady Alessandra, a 6th is placed on the table. And then a small plate of eggs and mostly gunk that looks like it's set aside for squish. Just leavings, like basically dog food.
Fair.
Over here!
Morning.
Good morning. Can you believe it? It's incredibly busy here.
I can believe it. You have very good food.
Well, I mean, I ordered you good food. It's a huge pain in the ass, though, because, honestly, Toblin's being worked off his feet. If my sister had any decency, she would have showed up to work. Probably off on another bender.
You're
I
not
mean, we go.
concerned?
Sorry?
You're not concerned that she hasn't shown up?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but she does this from time to time. At least she used to when we were younger. back when we were in our 40s, there were entire years where she'd just go off on benders. But she was a sorority girl back then. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe you don't.
Candlekeep?
Yeah.
Candlekeep.
Oh, really? I mean, I was a
No, not me.
Candlekeep. I know, but she was at a I mean, honestly, she did get her humanities degree at Candlekeep as well. But then she went into bartending to pay off the student loans.
The economy, right?
Honestly, I think that she's dodging the Candlekeeps by coming out here, or the Candlekeep Loan Agency, the CLC, CLA, the CLA, CRA, one of those. She's dodging them by coming out here. I got scholarships myself, so I never had to pay for it. But I think that's why she came out here into the middle of nowhere, because they're much less likely to send a debt collector out here.
This is true. I've looked into it.
I mean, there's goblins out here.
That's pretty smart.
Less goblins.
And probably the goblins probably don't have MBAs. Then again, maybe.
Yeah, we don't know their business.
We don't. Yeah, exactly. You've got my.
Goblins we've encountered so far and the business we do know, I don't think they do. But that might change now that we've introduced them to economics.
That reminds me. You, of course, you went out to the old dwarven fortress, the old the mine. How was it like?
Mhm.
How was it like?
It's seen better days.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I don't
was
think
there-
there's really anything to salvage there, so I'm sorry.
Oh, that's too bad. Zorzula's Rest was supposed to be a really interesting bit of Durgar history. There was these stories about how they actually had this magical pool that would cure ailments, so the miners could be dragged into it if they got injured, and it would clean all their wounds and also their laundry. It was a pretty cool idea.
Oh, no, I think that still exists.
Really?
Yeah. It was a really
You did-
nice bath. Made me feel real good.
It just had to be shared with a bunch of goblins.
I mean, goblins are pretty bad, but at least, at least they're not business students. Anyway,
They smelled better afterwards. They probably
business
smell better
students?
than them, too.
Huh. I see you've
Yeah.
worked at Candlekeep as well.
No. I just...
I kid.
Yeah.
I dated a couple of business students back to back, and it just
I'm so sorry.
I
How many new businesses did they try to start up? Was like
there was one. Okay, so I dated a dwarf who decided to release a series of men's perfumes, or I guess colognes as they were, that were shaped like battle axes. Thought it was a body spray, but it was supposed to make you powerful and strong. But honestly, I think it only attracted other men.
Oh.
I mean, nothing wrong with that if that's what you're going for. But he kept trying it on me, and it's every time he tried to come up with a new scent, it would be something like Rust Monster or Adamantine Abs or something like who thinks of these names?
Unnecessarily
Unnecessarily macho.
macho. That's the word.
See, I could see that being marketable as sort of like a gag, like product.
You see, that's the problem. He was dead serious, and if he thought it was funny, he'd kick you out of his stall.
What do you think, Sindri?
Ooh,
I'm caught up on the Rust Monster. That's no good. That's real bad.
It was like notes of tobacco and lime, but mixed with kind of a rusty aroma.
why
What's
would you
his
do
downstream
that?
like?
If it's downstream, let's just say that he got in a boat and headed downstream, and I ain't seen him since. I think he's down in now.
Good spot. He can keep going.
Now, I did date very briefly. I did date I dated a gnomish girl who actually went and opened a very successful snack food and patisserie down in as well. It was called Nom Nom. I don't know if you've heard of it before.
No, but that sounds delicious.
It does.
It was an extra joke because her name was Nami, so it was Nom Nom. Anyway, it was a thing. Do you have the map?
Nami.
I'll take a look at it
Yeah, I'll go get it for you. Fuck. Om nom nami. Jesus Christ. Sindri will run up to the room and like come back with like his pack. He'll have like, actually no, he'll leave the pack and just go get the map. We had a bunch of other stuff there, but I don't think anything that needed to be assessed by an expert. So I'll just bring the map down. Here, and he'll unfurl it. So it was discovered in a corrupted temple.
I see.
Yeah.
So what's the story behind this?
With a map.
Oh, here, I'll move my eggs out of the way. Leave it on the table. We can take a look at it
Cool.
together.
Because they're sort of connected, I think.
Yeah.
Well, how do you mean it's all
There's-
connected?
Mostly through illicit influences.
Like she makes the gesture of
Yeah.
tentacles coming out of her mouth.
Those. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, that does make
I think
sense.
that's
There
the
were
skeleton
rumors of
look.
illicit activity here.
Yeah,
I mean,
more apparently not just rumors. Apparently very, very real. And we encountered some of their old snacks, I guess. Very,
Well-
very deceased.
Well, it's good. That actually does make sense with the histories I've read. Well, see, look at this. Okay? She points down at the map. And, feel free to eat. I'm just going to narrate for a bit, if you don't mind. You eat while I do some exposition, okay? So, these names have sad stories. See, right here. Talhund means hidden gifts. It relates to priests of Dumathoin, the dwarven god of secrets, mining, and gemstones. Talhundereth was a great temple to Dumathoin, and many important priests were laid to rest in the crypt of the Talhund beneath it. Academics postulate that the crypt's entrance was protected by a great seal, or maybe a doorway that only Dumathoin's priests could know the secrets to unlock. Let's see. I think Gibbet's Crossing is near the temple, but it's much deeper underground. It used to be a trading hub that grew where wide tunnels met. They say that deep gnomes, drow, and durgar once worked together there in harmony. Kind of a rarity, really, given that, two of those three races are known for slavery. Or, as they prefer to call it, aggressive internships. So, well, they're all gone now. And history tells us that the Mind Flayers surged through the Underdark centuries ago like a terrible tide. And we knew that for sure. Consuming, or oppressing, or just straight up enslaving anybody that they came across. And, well, Gibbet Crossing fell. Talhundereth fell. Legends say that the Mind Flayers even breached the crypt of the Talhund. Although what they'd want to do with a bunch of priests' corpses, I have no idea. The Mind Flayers abandoned these sites, though, pretty soon, probably because there was nothing worth taking there, or if they took it, they just took it and went, like common bandits. And after that, these sites, they're all ruins now. Only monsters and some ghosts remain. Oh, and sometimes, I suppose, followers of Dumathoin do go and attempt to reclaim any forgotten treasures that, bandits or tomb raiders might not have already picked up. Or maybe they go in to purify the despoiled sites, but according to the records I've read, none of them have returned.
What can you tell us about Dumathoin?
Dumathoin, he's the god of secrets, of lost items. Whenever you do your laundry, and you come back with one less sock. Yeah, it's a sacrifice to Dumathoin. So he's a patron of the shield dwarves, like myself, and a dwarven deity of those things, but as well as mining, underground exploration, which is why his whole portfolio is about secrets. It's about secrets that you can find and secrets that you can lose. Because honestly, as often as we dig tunnels, we have a cave-in. To be honest, that's why we have to be extra careful. That's why we have very special mining regulations. So, if you've seen it before, his holy symbol is a cut, faceted gem inside of a mountain. He's a good god. Well, I mean, as good as he is, I mean, he's pretty neutral in the grand scheme of things. Aye, Sindri. Or I, Sindri.
I Sindri. Out of character question. We saw this in the Wave Echo Cave, right? That's where the temple that the spider was in.
Let me just double check who that was, because this module has so many dwarven statues. Yep, Doomethorn. Bing, you got it.
Chris remembered a thing.
Chris remembered a thing, and the DM forgot a thing. So congrats. That means that yeah, I'm gonna give you an inspiration for that actually, because you remembered a plot detail that I forgot.
Doomethorn. Like, we've run into Doomethorn a couple times now, or statues or shrines of them.
That makes sense. He's all over the place.
Does he have anything to do with like weird question, like an obelisk, a pile of like black rocks? Do they like lucky rocks? Do that hold any sort of
gemstones for sure? His temple sites are chock full of gemstones. Although the thing about the gemstones is sometimes, I mean they're really valuable, but a lot of times they're cursed, you know, or at least dangerous. Like you grab one and then a needle shoots out and you go, my hand, and then you die, like those type of things. But sometimes they're just gemstones.
Oh.
Okay.
I had a professor for a while. He barely attended any of his classes at Candlekeep. Human feller who would he'd just go off on adventures, you know. He's lucky he had tenure, but he was the type who would go inside of a place, steal statues, outrun traps, things like that.
Did he fight the Zents a lot? I think I might have heard of him.
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah. Out of character, I'm talking a lot. If anyone else has like lots of questions, please jump on.
You are following the storyline of this better than I think any of us, so feel free.
And Alessandra
My
is
notes
just
are
covering
a
her face.
disaster. I have no idea what's going on, so...
Okay, cool.
Christa can't follow shit, so please.
Now, I wonder if they were looking to gather things from these three sites.
Hmm.
Do you have any... I suppose we should find out what they're looking for. There's some very... Sindri will look over at Alessandra, kind of like...
Ooh, sausage is good.
That's great sausage. Sindri will look over to Anthea. Anyhow, what do you think about heading into underneath the...
Oh, I mean, I think that would be probably good, because if they're trying to find things, it'd be best if we found things first.
Exactly.
Well, honestly, I think that whatever was controlling the goblins, hey? Did you tell her anything about the goblins while you've been having this breakfast? About what you came up against? Anything about Ruxithid? Or are you leaving that kind of...
I think Lyric would have chimed in a little bit, since
Okay.
we did talk about goblins in the area and Illithid and alluding to it not being particularly salvageable.
Well, whatever's bossing the goblins around was controlling them, it must exist down there, like you say. So, honestly, I'd be careful, but I would suggest you go to Talhundereth first, before Gibbet Crossing. If only because it's a bit closer, and honestly, I don't know what's in Gibbet Crossing. But honestly, you could go to either. They're both over here, and she'll pull out a map of the actual Sword Coast region, over here in the Star Metal Mountains. So, or Surmetal Hills, I should say, not really mountains. So Gibbet Crossings is, well, it's technically it's closer, but it's deeper. And without... Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Not one of you is a dwarf. I wouldn't go that deep on your first go without
I
a
never
dwarf.
knew. I'm shocked.
Sindri will offering Dwarven. There, you are right. We should be careful.
Yeah, you should be careful, she'll say and look at you. Not a wink of self-consciousness there at all. You're going to want to be careful. Do any of you, can all of you see in the dark?
I can now.
Okay.
They're so cool.
Oh, those are really cool.
Aren't
You look great in them.
Thanks. I was thinking of just like putting them on here until I need to use them and then just going, oh, they kind of clash with my glasses actually. Kind of hurt. Oh.
Perhaps you need a adapter or something
Yeah.
to...
Maybe I could take these
Yeah,
off
set
and
them.
then just have them on hinges and just. It isn't as impressive, but you know what? That's okay. I'll figure it out.
But
Or I
if it
suppose you could have
works-
one that you have in a pocket and then just clip on.
Oh. With magnets.
Or you could just decide you don't need to see properly and just go for the fashion.
You know, I
but I
figured
wouldn't
out
be
how
mad
they
at that.
work. Oh, that's no. I'd like to. I don't think I can hold on to Carmilla's coattails the whole time. I think that's just slowing her down.
Carmilla. As this is going on around you, you're going to hear the sound of the tavern bustling. And Toblin's going to come over and clear your empty plates. And as he does, you'll feel a hand on your shoulder. And it's just a moment there before you realize that it only has 3 fingers on it. Long fingers that squeeze your shoulder. And you will hear a voice whisper into your mind.
To the place of the bloodletting. Come to the place where all have fallen. Slice the throats of those around you. Give them to us.
Uncle?
Did you say something?
She's gonna look. Is there actually a hand on my shoulder?
There is not.
Okay. I think she's gonna keep her composure a little bit. Dark urges to murder people, not unfamiliar.
The usual.
Keep it together a little bit. Are Illithids known for having only 3 fingies?
Make me an Arcana check.
19 plus intelligence 20.
Yes. They've got this going on. They've got the 3 big fingers and a thumb. Or is it 2
What
big fingers
of
and a thumb?
these have any of our temples that we have come across to this god, have any of them been sacrificial, or somewhere you would drain someone?
You're talking down here. I mean, all temples have different types of sacrifice and things like that, but no, like we didn't practice anything like that, and I don't think that Dumathoin would. I mean, his sacrifices are gems and sweat and labor and secrets.
Now we believe we found some tainted places. Does he have any enemies? Another half, perhaps. Another side, rather.
Oh, I mean, I suppose.
Because the place that we found, because we found like the tainted
Mhm.
statue, right?
Mhm.
But that was still to him, or was there another? I don't think I wrote down. I feel like there was another name, but maybe I'm crazy.
There was the there was the god of the Illithids,
Ah, yes.
whose name escapes me at the moment, but I will find it right now. It was a temple that had been consecrated to Ilsensini.
Ilsensini. All right.
I mean, there's the usual ones of, Abathor, the god of greed, perhaps, or
Do you know much of Ilsensini?
not off the top of my head, but I could do some research.
Perhaps that would be useful.
Yeah, I'll start doing so immediately if you don't mind. Research. Ilsen. That's the god of the mind flayers.
Illithids. Yes.
I could do that. I'll look that up immediately. I mean, it's going to be a couple of days before I can find anything like that. And if I really need to, I could probably reach out to some of my allies back at Candlekeep. But that would take a couple of days.
We may be gone by then. If do you have any way of messaging us?
Not really. I'm not terribly magically inclined, but I could probably acquire. I could probably get a message spell off. If not me, then maybe the town cleric or something like that.
Yes, perhaps. No concern now. We will check in before we leave with you.
Sounds good. But I'm happy to help you any way I can. I don't know. I've got just a bad vibe ever since I showed up here.
Yes. Perhaps check on your sister first, just to make sure that she is okay with all the weird happenings.
I think that was my plan today. After I spoke to you, I'm gonna head by her place and see what she's up to. But I wanted to talk to you first as you were coming back from this adventure.
Of course. Sindri will kind of look over to Carmilla. And do we want to head out to the first location today?
Yes, it might be best. We should speak before we leave.
Yeah.
Perhaps on the way. Knowing look.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't worry about it.
all right. Well, breakfast is on me for your help and for all of that, and I'll let you go.
It's much appreciated. Thank you.
Thanks for breakfast.
You're welcome. It's good to have friends.
It is.
It is.
And she will
And
abruptly
Squish says thank you too.
here, and she'll grab a piece of potato off of the last remaining plate, and we'll try to toss it to Squish. And we'll toss it to Squish.
Hooray!
Who's gonna go
Yay.
Nom.
and just shoot out a little tentacle that's going to catch it and grab it.
Jump.
Now, be seeing you. And she will abruptly leave the bar, well, the tavern, the inn.
She's an odd one.
I guess so.
Yeah. But I'm sure you met lots like her in Candlekeep.
I also left Candlekeep for a reason.
Yeah.
Eh, she doesn't seem so bad.
I think
So-
she means well.
Lyric.
Is there anyone else around?
There are
Maybe there's
5
people
people that
close
are still
by.
kind of milling around and eating. Most of them are at the bar. One's at a table about 15 feet away.
Okay. Carmilla's gonna lean forward. I heard a voice that told me to go to the killing. Was it the killing place?
The killing place.
To go to the killing place. I'm not sure where many have died. And I am to sacrifice them all. I don't know if that means the world or if that means all of you. I am obviously not doing this.
It's not us. That would really put a damper in my plans for, life in general.
That would definitely rain on my parade. Wow.
That's creepy.
When was that?
Do we perhaps just moments ago? It was why I brought up Ilsensini.
Oh.
I'm
Interesting.
not too sure if it is a trap to go there, or if it would make sense to go, because that is where the illicits are, but we need to find where this place is, I think.
Well, we're not.
Part of me is really just hoping that it's a butcher, and that's all it is. But
That's a nice thought.
probably a lot more concerning.
We should be so lucky.
Oh, interesting.
Bye, Dad. I'm heading out for today. Pip says as he rushes by. Well, don't get into any trouble out there. I'm going to need you back for lunch rush. Maybe. And Pip's going to go, hi, guys, and is going to bolt out the door.
Oh,
Be
hi,
careful!
hi.
Does anyone else get a bad feeling about this?
Oh, yeah.
Terribly.
No?
I have seen far too many plays where the child runs off and is murdered in the next scene, so
Right, it's
personally
sort
I'm
of-
concerned.
Wow.
It's just
that's...
sort of par for the course in terms
I
of
mean,
like
today's been
narrative
pretty bad overall.
shortcuts.
So,
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I
What-
think y'all just have negative vibes.
You're not wrong.
I feel particularly judged right now.
We're all having a weird day.
Yes.
We have problems we can solve and problems we can't right now. We have. Let's go talk to the cleric. And we have. I don't think we have any other leads except to go to Talhundereth.
I think so. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed that it isn't about dogs. Because I thought it'd be like a hund sort of thing. Like some sort of tal dog. But no, it's whatever the... Something about
Well-
dead, like, clerics or something? I don't know.
You're the bard. You could make it up a story about dogs for when we get back.
Mate.
They don't have to know what we're up to.
I would be happy to make up a story about a bunch of dog clerics worshipping something. I don't know. It sounds hilarious.
There we go.
That
All right,
sounds cute.
I'll go. Do we want to bring? Let's go see the cleric. God, sorry, I'm so bad with names today. What's the name of the barkeep again?
Toblin.
Toblin.
Yeah.
We're. Thanks for breakfast. It was great. We'll get those packed lunches. We're gonna go see the cleric. We'll be back shortly.
Sounds good. See you then.
Let's get going.
And as you stand up, Lyric, you are going to reach down to grab your things, and you are going to feel something in your pocket.
Gonna
It's a little
Handy.
cheesecloth bag.
pull it out.
It rattles slightly as you pick it out.
Open.
23 baby teeth.
This isn't funny. First it was the toad and now it's teeth. Really?
What?
What is it?
Teeth.
Oh,
Is it because I'm a tiefling? Is this some sort of joke? I don't like it.
but you're not a toefling.
I certainly hope
You
not.
had toes before?
Don't you remember?
No, the
yeah,
jars.
I do, but that
The
was
jar
just
of toes?
yeah. I know that was a joke. Okay, I'm gonna go then. Let's go.
Yes, there is something very strange going on. This seems like a much bad luck. Perhaps the luck priest can help us.
Unless we took all the luck, in which case, whoops.
Well, let's wrangle it out of her then.
You make it back outside. And sure enough, nearby, you are going to see the priestess working at the shrine, picking some things up, cleaning and setting, given that it's mostly an outdoor shrine, setting up candles and things for late night vigil services.
Hi.
Oh,
Good morning.
hello. Are you feeling any better?
Yes, can we talk with you in private?
Of course. Just come on in. There's no one else in the shrine right now.
Great, thank you. Hey. So, thanks so much for last night. We really appreciated the help getting uncursed. Something really weird has happened.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's very cool. I mean, very cursed. Very cursed.
Better.
Not
What-
cool,
What's happened?
but kind of cool.
What's wrong? Did the remove curse spell not work?
I think it worked. Maybe.
Um,
Mostly.
Carmilla's gonna reach back and sort of just gently take Alessandra by the shoulders and pull her forward. Say, show her.
And she'll kind of pull the cowl of Sindri's down and then take off the band-aid and come.
Oh my, that's
Horrible.
she says, her voice dipping into a strange and alien tone. And as she says that, she's going to clutch her throat in surprise. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Uh,
You had a
Are
fork
you
in
all
your
right?
throat.
yes, I'm...
Absolutely fine.
No, I don't think so. That's not the sign of fine.
Whoa, how cool. But I
Echo.
wasn't cursed. You weren't cursed either. Intriguing.
Divine sense.
Opening your divine sense, everyone here is still a humanoid. But as you do so, I'd like you to make an Arcana roll, and anybody else can make one too.
Okay.
All right, I'm not going to roll the die that screwed me over at the beginning. Roll a different one.
Same.
19.
Looking at
26.
this, 26.
Yes.
Something is affecting her and affecting you.
Hmm.
And all of you have had these strange feelings. You've had strange dreams, or have been finding strange objects. Or now Lady Alessandra. And that makes sense. You've all been at ground zero of this. But Sister Garel has never gone down into the ruins like you have. Maybe it's not the immediate exposure. Maybe there's something threatening all of Phandelver. And I think that's a great place for us to take a break. So, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. everybody, welcome back. We're gonna have like a super quick talk to the chat tonight, which is basically just to tell you that if you are amazing, like I know you are, please consider joining the Patreon. It is a great way to support the stream, and we have a couple of announcements for it. The first is that if we hit like 175 patrons, which we're only 25 off right now, we will run we'll find a way to run a Regency era D&D adventure that Christine's going to run, and it's going to be great. We're going to have a bunch of people in like Edwardian, I guess, Regency era clothing, and I'll paint myself green. It'll be great. Yeah, Nerdy Metal Gent, I think you were 150, and then we lost a couple of people, and then they all came back. It was a weird month. A bunch of people's credit cards declined, and then they were like, "Oh, damn!" And then they reapplied. Yeah. So continue that, and as you might hear very shortly, I recorded a podcast with our dear friend Wei this morning, and Wei was saying that. Let me see if I can do my best Wei voice. You know what Dork Tales needs? It needs more Pathfinder content. I'd run a game of Pathfinder on the channel. So if we hit 200 Patreon patrons, I think we might be able to convince him to run a Pathfinder adventure path. I literally have a copy of Extinction's Curse, the one where you run a circus, right here, because I was going to run it. And that could be something that you run a circus.
You run a circus every week. We're here.
It's true. It's true. But like, the point of the adventure is that you're part of a traveling circus and you take over its management.
I want to play that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and you can play it with me, Amy. We could be in the same game together and cause mischief.
We aren't good at that.
We are really good at that. But that would be for probably 2025. We would do that, like at the beginning of next year. I think that's about the time where we'd have 200 patrons. So consider it. Consider it. Yeah, consider it. It'd be a lot of fun. The other thing is just a reminder, please come see us. We've got 4 panels that are operating this weekend at Calgary Odafest. So please come see us on Friday morning at, I think it's 9 a.m. Calgary time. We are running cosplay and tabletop role-playing, A Perfect Fit. I know, I feel awful about that. And then at 11:30, we are running... what is it? Anime in my tabletop role-playing game, a guide to how to make your tabletop games more anime vibed. Then on Saturday, we have 2 panels as well, starting, I forget the exact time, but check your schedule. It is a panel on everyone's welcome at the table, inclusivity and diversity at the table, and how to make people feel welcome. And then our final panel is World Building 101, which eventually will be at 201 or 301.
You do a master class in world building. Only the gods show up to that one.
Only the gods show up. Hold up, I can check. Yeah, check Robin. Robin will post it in the chat, because you get to meet me. You get to meet Christine. You get to meet Robin. You get to meet Amy. You get to meet Freckle Bites. It's gonna be great. And we're gonna buy a bunch of weeb stuff and body pillows and stuff. It's gonna be great. Who wants a body pillow? Probably. Also, there's like
because then I have to bring it back on the plane somehow.
You could get a cover and then order the pillow later.
This is true.
Yeah,
that's how you do it. That's smart.
But I've had body pillows before and they're not very good.
Maybe because
nobody
they
ever
weren't
makes them
pre-run
enough.
body pillows.
You got to get the L-shaped ones.
I need a pregnancy one. Yes.
Yes.
those
The
are
pregnancy
so
pillows.
good.
They
That's
look
where
so
it's
comfy.
Actually, if you want one, I'm not allowed to use one anymore.
I don't know where the hell I'd put
got
it.
too pregnant?
The problem is Charlie likes to sleep in the bed too. So I kind of have to use him
fair
as a
enough.
footrest.
Once I was unpregnant, he was like, yeet. So, yeah.
God, that's
They
great.
do look very comfy though.
It was good. It was so comfy.
Oh. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. We have a bunch of great things. I need to talk to Michael at Bookwyrm Games about our dice, but I've got some cool ideas. And then the last thing that I got to tell you is that... is it at 10 a.m.? Okay. All right, cool. I guess I just calculated wrong. Oh, wait, that's right. It's at 10 a.m. because I put it in 9 a.m. on my calendar because my calendar is West Coast, and I wanted to make sure that it reflected accordingly. That's true. Also, hi, Lollygaggers. Welcome. Thank you for the raid. It's good to see you. We're just about to head back into game as soon as I, like, crack my neck and get this headache gone, because I developed a really bad headache in the last, like, 10 minutes. I'm gonna take some Tylenol, or some acetaminophen. Did you see the Midofin? I saw the Midofin.
Why did you get the exact same thought as I did? How dare you?
Do we just get raided again? Ghost Plays, what are you doing here? Good to see you. Okay, you're here now. You know this game. Great. I'm happy you're here. You can back up, okay? You can back me up. All right, so raids and Tylenol 20400. Okay. So the last thing that I have to say is that that's what it is. Folks, it is 1 week. We are 11 days away from the session 0 for Vecna, Eve of Ruin here. It's gonna be great. So hang out with us on most Friday nights. Dork dice, they're gonna be Dork dice. We'll talk about those soon. But are you ready to head back into game, everybody? And thank you, Raid, for saying that we look cool. Well, they look cool. I'm just here. I got cool hair today, though. It's very tall. Yeah, got my Goku on. All right, let's head back into game. Y'all ready? Hello and welcome back to Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk, here on Dork Tales. As you stand around the shrine to Timora, Anthea and Sister Garael, each clutching at their throats, feeling that strange voice occasionally burble back up. Each of you who succeeded that Arcana roll are going to realize that this may be bigger than just your individual delving down into the depths beneath Phandelver. And as you are thinking that, you remember something that had echoed through the air when you defeated Ruxithid. It was the final voices echoing out of his brain crystal. The 4 shards shall arrive soon. Now 3 remain to be found. You know your task, little one. Collect the shards. Bring them to us. You shall be reborn greater than you imagine, and Phandalin shall become ours. So, is there anything that I could help you with besides that?
This, the eye.
Yes, let me take a look. Just one moment. Does it hurt, Lady Alessandra, when you touch the new eye?
Yes, just like if you poked your real eye, original eyes. How do you refer to something like this?
I will. Now I have to ask you a couple of questions very quickly. First of all, you have dark vision, correct? You can see in the dark?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's not going to make this easier then. You there? Lyric, can you please hand me one of those votives from the shrine's wall? There's a little votive candle. And light it for me?
Oh, candle. Right, okay.
Yes.
Cool.
And Lady Alessandra, please come closer.
Uh-huh.
All right. Excuse me. And she's going to cup her hands around the side of the eyeball growing out of the side of your face and is going to peer inside. This is the problem with this. Normally, with a human, it's much easier because they don't see in the dark. Their eyes dilate in darkness to try to pull in a bit more light. But, Lyric, do me a favor, without burning me, please. Get the candle as close to the hole in my hands as you can.
I'll do my best. She'll give it a shot.
All right. So moving the candle as close as you can, she is going to kind of peer through it and go, "Ha! How strange. The eye dilated. That's not normal."
So
Oh.
it's like another eye? Like
It's-
one of her actual eyes she always had?
Yes, I mean, it's the same color. Here. So pull the candle away. Oh, there it dilated there. How? That's so strange. Well, it's your eye. It belongs on your face. It has the same lovely shade of, lovely shade of blue. It even has the same eyelashes.
Does it look like there's supposed to be another one on the other side? Like, is it growing in? Or is it just going to stop at 3, kind of off center?
I'm not certain.
Seems unbalanced. Like, normally if it's going with a third eye, it's usually like in the forehead or something.
It does feel unbalanced.
And as they say that, Ella, your
was
other
gonna
cheek
say
starts itching even more. And whether it's psychosomatic or real, you have no idea. Well,
I feel like you're tempting fate to say that, to give me another one. And I'd rather we not. So,
That's fair.
but if you'd like, I could try to cast a restoration on you. This doesn't appear to be a curse. I don't think it is. This is like nothing
I
I've
guess
seen
it
before.
can't hurt to try. Right?
Praise be to Timor in all of her glory. Let the luck flow through you, and may your dice always land. According to whatever game you play, but traditionally it's may they always land on 6s. May your 20s always be natural, she says, and touches your cheek. And you will feel a chill of divine energy flow through you. And then your cheek will start buzzing as it starts blinking rapidly as a little bit
Oh,
of dust gets in your eye.
Oh, that feels weird.
And then nothing changes.
It might have gotten a little bit smaller.
I think it's
No.
just squinting.
Oh, that's probably right.
Well, it was worth a try, I suppose.
Thank you.
Sorry. If it's any consolation, it is quite a pretty eye. And to be fair, its location could... You could probably get away with, you could probably get away with saying that it was part of your ASMR heritage.
I think I'll have to do that.
If it's any consolation, you could probably pass it off as being part of your, What's going on? That was he's licking his paw again. It is what it is.
I could hear the
Um,
licking, and I was like, "Which one? What are you licking?"
So, you could probably say it's part of your ASMR heritage. Anyway, I'm sorry there's not much else I can do. But, sorry.
You did your best. That's all we can ask for.
I'm sure there's some comment here about luck and being too not lucky. Because we would have had to have been very, very lucky to have been easily fixed as easily.
Fair.
Sindri will put down a donation of like 10 gold in a stack. Just like, tomorrow got our next mission. We could use a little
May she.
A little smile on her way.
Best of luck. And with that, you can go and acquire some trinkets, things that you need around town. I know, Sindri, you wanted to go pick up a longbow. Easily enough, you can head inside of a town, inside of the town's general store, where that type of thing would be sold for hunting. And Elmina Barthen is running her shop, and as you head inside, you are the grumpy dwarf lady is the one who runs the Red Brand's old hideout. The
Right.
old, yeah. So Barthen's provisions. She's going to smile as you enter. Just a minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Right, and then she goes back to stacking canned preserves. Oh, it's not right. Maybe I should. Peaches.
Tick, 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 tick. What happened?
The peaches can't be on top because alphabetically they are not as good as the apple curd. The apple curd needs to be on top because it starts with an A, but I can't.
Oh, that makes sense. Why can't you?
Because there's not enough to form the entire shape. I need it to be a triangle in order to be secure.
Can you put some on, or some of the other ones in the back just for storage until make a smaller pyramid?
I guess I could, but I know they were there then. I'll see what I can do. Grab whatever you need, and I'll ring you up at the front when you're ready.
Sindri will pick up like a bunch of provisions, like for the whole gang, and then also the longbow, and also a little treat for everyone, like a nice like
chocolate bar, yeah,
or something like some like sugary treat for this evening. It's like, and like a little like thing of like brandy if he can get one.
Yeah, you like as you're waiting, you're gonna like be seeing that most of these things are behind the counter, like the brandy and things like that. And as you're waiting there, she'll just grab whatever you need. It's all good. I trust you. Maybe if I take the tuna and I put it on the bottom and spread it out.
All right. Sindri will kind of look at Anthea like, and just kind of like go and like get everything. And hey, need any? You doing all right there?
Would you be interested in buying any apple preserves or maybe a couple of cans of tuna to balance this out?
Sure.
That'd be really useful for me. All right, here you go. Here you go. So all told with all of this, this is, and she'll give you the total there, which is going to be, let's say 60 gold for everything.
Okay.
Including tons of rations and treats.
And like probably undervalued some of the shit just to get it out of there.
Yeah, and as you buy things and put some of these tins in your bag, anybody with a passive insight of 13 or higher is going to see her visibly deflate. Just
I feel you.
now it's perfect. I don't know why that mattered so much to me, but it just did.
Yeah. No, I understand you for sure. I was trying to rack my brain and think about how we could do this too, but then it all kind of worked out.
Well, yeah. I don't know, it just reminds me of my great uncle. My great uncle had this, I mean, he could only eat the same type of lunch every day, and that was fine, but then we ran out of that type of apple butter, and he got pretty ornery.
Oh.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, great doing
thank you
business
so
with
much.
you.
Thanks for your patronage. Good luck hunting whatever you're hunting with that bow.
Thanks, we'll be back. Hey, do you want anything while we're out?
If you find any rabbits, that would be good, but only 3 of them. Less than 3 would be weird. But no more than 5.
You know, If I get more than 5, I'll sell them to the inn. There we go.
All right.
Sindri will like get out of there and like get on his horse. Like, we need to go. Things are getting weirder.
What?
I want
What's going
to
on?
be out of the just people having a bad time. It's not
Bad
not-
vibes.
yeah, not even like bad vibes, just it's getting to people.
Strange vibes.
I just thought it was a small town thing.
I mean, it's just a new thing.
What were
That's
they
the part
doing?
that's shapes, numbers,
She-
preoccupied with things.
Oh,
Like what?
I mean, Sindri will like pull out like 8 cans of like apple butter. There were too many. I had to buy a bunch.
Surely there were too many.
a pretty smart marketing idea, honestly.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, sure. I got whatever. Sindri's like,
What happens when someone buys one more and it's too few?
No,
It's not-
Lyric.
no,
Don't
it's
even
not,
say that.
not our problem. It's time for us to leave.
That's me stressing me out now.
Okay. Sorry. I just thought
This-
this was the logical next question.
It is. This is going to be a problem.
wait. So they were obsessed with a number?
Yeah, it had to be a certain number of items to be a certain shape,
They had to be alphabetical, you see.
and they couldn't be put away.
In
'Cause
what
then-
alphabet?
Huh.
Common
Could they just have a different alphabet?
could
No. Oh, oh. Okay.
Yeah. That is kind of weird, right?
I mean, it's fine. It's just new. That's the thing. These things are new things.
True. I mean, I suppose they need to find a way to adapt to it.
Well, Sindri will like go by his like Morning Star scar and be like, the scale here wasn't always there. But that was a while now. I just thought it was part of the healing process, maybe something part of the spell. But that was weeks ago now, I think. But with the Lady Alisandra's new development, and just the voice thing.
I think Lyric's looking down at her feet and just kind of like, but like looking past them, sort of. It's kind of like kicking at the ground.
The voice, Carmilla, you heard earlier today. It's rotten. It's not. Well, we all seen what's happened to the goblins.
I thought they were going to get better now.
I hopefully. Well, not Ruxithid. He's dead.
Well, yeah, obviously he's dead. He's not getting better.
But
Although some people do get better from being dead, and that's just a thing.
it's
I guess.
temporary. But you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I think so.
I want to get to the bottom of this. I also want to get out of here. I know it's not the case. I know I'm not that important. But I feel like every time we come around, we cause trouble for these people.
I feel like this trouble would be happening with or without us.
Yeah, I think you're correct in that it is not us doing it, but I understand the sense of connection. Drawing patterns, sort of an instinctive thing we do. At least it's something I do. Well, a lot of
Yeah.
people do.
And it's not right. It's not we haven't caused this. like he'll look over at the building that had just been like on an angle because of the having the cornerstone removed. Like we didn't cause the Red Brands to take over. We didn't cause the goblins to come and steal like the keystones from buildings.
No, we've done a lot to help and mend some of that damage. But there's also only so much we can do.
It's just kind of wigging me out. Sorry for rushing. I just
No, I agree.
It's weird.
I'm just trying to understand.
I wish I knew more.
I think we all do.
Well, we could try to find out.
Seems the only real way forward.
Lady Alessandra, while we travel today, could you tell us about how do you say it? Illithids? Mind flayers?
I can talk about what I was taught.
I'd appreciate that. They're monsters from stories. I don't know if I've met someone who's met one. And Sindri will take the brandy out and pass it. I was going to say this for later, but I think we could use a hit of it now.
Standing out in the street drinking.
Yes. Lyric will take a swig of it. Thank you. Who next? Alessandra?
Carmilla will take a swig for sure.
It's like 8 a.m.
Alessandra will take it and just take a big swig.
Yeah.
Just kind of like,
Yeah, you've earned it. Yep.
solid drink.
I'll take a swig too. Just a little bit.
Good. And that's for courage.
Yes.
I've got rations for the trip.
So let's get the 9 hells out of you.
Maybe if we find whatever stone they're looking for, it'll slow things down or stabilize things. Or just Sindri will think to himself, or make things worse.
Lyric is also thinking that to
Yes.
herself. Very much so.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to get yelled again though. So
Yeah.
So what do? Do you head out and get the horses again, and rent them again, and head out?
I believe that is the case, yeah.
All right. Let's do a nice little happy roll. Perfect. And excellent. The days ahead of you it's a couple of days trek out to the Star Metal Hills. You make it there without much trouble. Before long, you manage to make it out to the Star Metal Hills. It takes you a couple of days of rationing and careful riding. But before long, you're going to find yourself at an old cavern. The mouth of this cavern is gaping enough that you could easily drive a wagon through it. And you can see that once upon a time, there was a significant amount of foot traffic here. To the point that even today, the dirt and stone that leads up to it barely has more than a handful of green sprigs growing out of it. However, beneath the dust and debris, you'll see that once upon a time there was a stone road that led directly up into it. On the other side of that wide cavern, you see that it ends at an enormous double door. Each side bears the image of a towering mountain with a carved gemstone at its heart. A long roll of cloth props one side of the double door open, though, as if someone must have left it there. On the other side of it, you see that there's a fissure in the wall that leads to the west. What do you do?
Wasn't it supposed to be the doors that were sealed and only the clerics of the person knew how to open it? Or is this different?
It might be that one. Maybe.
Let's take a look down this crack in the wall. I wonder if that's how people got in the first place and opened it from the inside out.
Oh, true.
So taking a look around, you can make me an investigation roll.
No, I'm dumb.
It's true.
I got 11.
On 11, looking down the corridor to the west, you can see that it leads down to a stairwell that heads deeper down into the mountainside. Are you proficient in survival?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
But I do have a +3 modifier.
All right, roll it.
17.
Okay. You think this is probably the route to get to Gibbet Crossing?
Oh. Wait, with a map. Hey, I think this is how you get down to Gibbet Crossing, maybe. We're just pulling up the map and, like, direction-wise. And it goes down.
Can I take a look? Looks gonna go
Yeah,
take a look at the
absolutely.
map. Can she figure anything out?
Yeah. You actually got it right for a change. That is the way to go down to Gibbet Crossing. And it'll take you way deeper into the hills, but here, you are right at Talhundereth.
This would be Talhundereth. Again, I'm disappointed by the lack of dogs.
Woof, 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 woof. How's that?
Do you want the honest answer?
No.
Okay, that was great. Good boy.
Perfect. Love it. Thank you. Let's go back and... Well, at least we know where we want to go next. Or where we could go next. I guess we'll go in deeper.
Agreed.
Into the deep we go, I guess.
All right.
Might as well. I guess.
Sindri's making like a huge stink face as he slides between the doors, just like, don't want.
As you step inside, you're going to notice a couple of things. The first is going to be that it is pitch black inside of here. Something else that you should know is that when I describe furniture, when I describe anything in the time ahead, everything, from the tables to the beds to any murals on the wall, are made of carved stone. In fact, even these doors are made of, 12-inch thick sheets of stone on perfectly carved stone hinges. There is no light inside of here, but you are lucky. The dwarves built this temple as a place of veneration. And as such, unless otherwise stated, the ceilings are 12 feet high. A little claustrophobic, but compared to what they could be, very nice, since a lot of dwarven buildings cap at 5 feet. Now, as you look ahead of you, you can see that there are elaborate carvings of mountain landscapes and treasure piles that line the walls of the broad staircase in front of you. Several landings on the staircase hold statues as it descends deeper into the hillside, and some bear doorways. The stairs end abruptly at a wall of tumbled boulders from some long ago collapse at the base of the stairs.
It would be awfully convenient if this was the end of things, hey? But it is the god of secrets, right? Like, that's this whole deal. Let's take a look around, I guess.
All right. Where are you headed? So looking down, you can see that there are 3 doors visible. 1 along the western wall, 2 along the eastern. The first 2 are at the first landing, and the last is opposite a statue along the eastern wall on the lower landing.
Let's go take a look at this statue.
I will look at the ledge you said.
Mm-hmm. So there's basically 2 landings, and theoretically there would have been a third one at some point, but a cave-in has covered it up. As you move further down, you can make it to the next level. And along the walls, you can see that there are these gorgeous murals built into the walls. However, once upon a time, there were probably some precious gemstones lining them. They have long since been picked clean. Anybody with a passive perception of 12 is going to easily be able to notice gouge marks from tools.
Stealing from the goddess, dwarven goddess secret seems like a bad plan.
Stealing from any god seems like a bad plan, but people keep doing it.
I would like to also vote to not touch the divine relics or steal from any gods.
Seconded.
All right. Let's go a little deeper. I hate this.
Deeper underground.
Yeah. If this gets me. I'm loving it.
All right. So you move past those first sets of doors.
All right, I missed the doors.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Let's investigate the doors.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm like,
You guys are on the ball.
I didn't
tonight.
see them at first either. I was too busy looking at like the statues and stuff, and then I was like, wait a minute, there's doors there.
As you're looking at the statues, you are going to see that it appears that the eyes of the statues were once gemstones as well that have been plucked out, the irises at least. And now they look at you hollowly in the darkness.
Ugh.
There are doors that lead to the east and the west here on the first landing. All of the doors here are made of 2-inch thick slabs of stone, with simple handles about 2 feet off the floor. You'll have to bend over to twist them, unless you're Anthea, in which case you are perfectly heighted, well, compared to a normal door at least.
Anthea,
Yes?
which one do you open first?
I don't know. Probably... I'd probably eeny, meeny, miny, moe it. Yeah.
Let's take the east door.
Okay.
The east door. If you insist. Who opens the door?
It's like Sindri is. Lyric's kind of like lurking like right behind Sindri, I think.
Sindri, as you head over to the door to the east and open it up, you are going to be able to glance inside. And here, a smell is going to hit you before anything else. It is the scent of weapon oil. old metal and stone. And you can see that old weapon racks are all along the sparring chamber's west and northwest walls, while 3 stands hold various pieces of armor to the north. There are gouges in the walls that suggest that these rooms once saw a lot of use. There are doors that lead over to the east, the northeast of the room, as well as a door that leads to the south.
So which door first?
Well, I didn't burst into flames walking through here yet, so Sindri will take a step into the room. Alessandra, Carmilla, you've been in weapons training rooms before. Does this seem normal?
She'll walk over and look in.
Same. Presume it looks relatively normal.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Honestly, if
Looks like an
anything,
armory?
it looks like a training room of some kind. It's old. And, well, is anyone heading into the room to look further?
So here's a question:
Look,
Is the
I will start
door,
walking and have a look.
Okay. And
Does
Lyric,
it
what were
pull open towards us, or does it push into the room?
if I was going in to, it pushes in.
Okay. So Lyric is happy, just like hold it open with her foot, just kind of like kicking it until
Sounds
someone goes
good.
through.
Taking a look in, Lady Alessandra, stepping into the room, you are going to see that for all that this temple is a temple of secrets, it could not stand the weathering of time. And in doing so, you know that people have come through here before. I mean, hell, the front door is propped open as we speak. Any weapons of note or use have long since been pilfered. There's not really anything worth keeping in this room. And it's obvious that that is because of thieves and typists. I'm just giving you shit.
I'm gonna go up and check that door that's closer to the top of this room.
Okay.
Just to
So-
see what's there.
Absolutely. You can easily open the door. As you do, you'll see that it is a bedroom. It contains a stone desk, a stone bed, and a metal display that holds a single battered great axe.
Does any of it look interesting?
The great axe looks a little weird. And in
I'll
fact,
go
it's
with
strange.
it.
It's the only piece of weaponry in the entire temple that you've seen so far.
Huh.
Can I go over and make a history check on it?
Sure, absolutely. So, wandering up next to
23.
it looks very old, but the handle is quite intricate. And as you're looking at it, it's kind of strangely shaped for an axe haft. It's a bit short. Normally with an axe, you'd want probably about a full arm's width of a haft, basically slightly more at the shoulders. A good axe haft is probably between where your hands would be if you flayed your arms out, or you spread them out at a 45-degree angle, just so that you can get enough pivot room. But this one is shorter, only about 2 feet. And for a great axe head, that would be a little unwieldy.
Unless you were a dwarf?
Dwarves have the same arm span as a human.
Alessandra's gonna pull her sword to kind of poke it gently at a distance.
You poke it, and it does not move. It doesn't even wiggle on the stand. This thing must be heavy.
right. Well, it's not a mimic.
Alessandra, do you mind if I
Oh, please.
grab it?
Please do.
Uh,
She'll step back.
I'll- okay.
Give you lots of space.
Make me, make me a strength roll.
Oh, Boise. Oh, come on, roll on the thing, please. Just a flat strength is that's a 16. Can I use my determination to make it a 19?
You totally can. I think that would be
Perfect.
fantastic if you did that. So as you grab, are you going to grab it whole through the center?
She'll probably, like kind of put one hand, and if it doesn't seem like it's gonna move, she grabs two hands as if she was gonna wield it, but obviously a little tighter together.
Yeah.
To try and pick it up.
You grab it and it doesn't move. It's really, really set there. It's very sturdy. Picture it kind of like on a display stand, like a rifle rack. So it's horizontal. And as you grab it, and you grab it with both hands, you're going to go... It doesn't wiggle.
Wow.
Do you want to try again?
She's gonna investigate it first to see if this thing is like attached to the wall.
Make me an investigation
Just to make
check.
sure it's not like drilled in. Alessandra, do you see any points of contact where this might be attached to the wall rather than just set? I'm asking for the help action.
No, I don't see anything.
All right, make me an investigation roll.
You
with
sure don't. Wait, help action means advantage.
advantage. It help action means advantage.
Nope, that's even worse. Investigation is intelligence. That's a 5.
A 5? So,
At your confusion, can Alessandra kind of reach out and try and pick it up?
yeah, make me a strength roll.
Do it.
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You were going to grab it, and with just profound strength, it doesn't move.
Can Anthea skip over because they're taking a really long time in this?
They're taking
small
a
room?
really long time.
What are you
And-
guys doing?
Anthea, do you see anything?
It looks like it's
here
just
this-
leaning. But it won't
Yes.
move.
What?
What's going on over there?
That's not a thing. Can I Arcana check it?
Yeah, you can.
Because I'm probably hearing voices from the other room.
This is the rest of the night.
21.
21, looking at it, you're going to notice from your vantage point beneath it that the haft is carved with a number of dwarven sigils, but one of them you are going to kind of recognize. It's a symbol of evocation? I think it would be evocation. We'll find. Maybe transmutation? Looking at it, it's enchanted somehow.
There's a magic symbol on it right here, and it's enchanted. So maybe it's just pretending to look like an axe, but it's something else.
Can you do me a favor, Anthea, since you're here? Make me an investigation roll. If
Okay.
you're going to touch it.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
If you want to. You don't have to. What was that?
Do I have determination?
You do.
Oh, you know what? I would like to use my flash of insight. Wait, can I use it on myself? Flash of genius?
I think
Yes,
so.
I can. And then use my determination as well. I'm
Sounds
gonna
good. What does that
make
give you?
my it's gonna make my 12 into a 19.
Looking at it, you're going to see that this axe that's like hanging on the wall, there is a small seam midway down the haft that looks like a small button between
Oh.
the knotwork of the handle.
I feel like maybe if I push this, then it'll fix it. Dook.
All right, you push it, and as you push it, you're going to hear rattle, rattle, rattle as the motion from you pushing it causes it to shift slightly on
You might
the
want to
stand.
back up. Oh. Or maybe it was anticlimactic.
Lyric and Sindri, what are you doing?
Lyric was down at the south door with Sindri, but because everyone at the north is making noise and taking a while, Lyric's kind of like looking back there. It's like considering going back, but then it's like, nah, they've got it. And
There's
it's
3 of
gonna
them in
head
that
back
room.
down.
Like,
I'm sure they can handle it.
yeah.
And
What?
as
It'll be
you
fine. Okay.
as you take a step south, you put your hand on the on the room to the south's door handle, and are going to hear. They step back into the room with you. They must. You hear the sound of armor clanking behind you. And then in Dwarvish, you are going to hear 3 voices simultaneously say, "Squad tactics routine," and I need an initiative roll.
Whoa!
As 3 sets
Music.
of armor at the back of the room are going to lurch to life.
Don't speak Dwarvish.
Squad tactics.
Is that blind?
Squad tactics.
Fuck.
And I'm going to say I get a surprise round on this one because it is funny. That's 11, 13, and 15. My favorite. Okay. Boop. Boop. Okay. So you have a 16 and then 13, 12. Okay. 13, 12. All right, checking initiatives right now. I am seeing Anthea with a 22, followed by I have Carmilla with a 17. Then I have a tie between one of the armors and Lyric. Then I have a 15 for Sindri. Then I have Ella. Then I have animated armor. And then I have animated armor, because that's everybody. Okay, animated armor number 2. They are going to surge to life. And I'm going to call it a surprise round, because I'm pretty sure you guys didn't see that one coming. All right. The armors are going to lurch to life and are going to surge toward you. The helmed horror is going to... one of them is lit with red light from within, and it is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can make it all the way over to Sindri, and is going to lurch forward and attempt to make 2 attacks with an old longsword. What? Sindri, I have a
Question.
21. Sorry?
How does silvery barbs work?
You are surprised, and you cannot react.
Okay. Good to know.
But normally you use a reaction, and it forces a reroll.
Noted.
It is a dope spell that you can hear more about in the podcast I recorded with Way today. It takes a lash out at you, and that is going to be a 17 and a 21.
21 hits.
All right, that is going to slash into you. It is holding with both hands. You're going to take 14 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Okay, and then down the initiative, animated armors are both going to take a step forward and are going to rush Lyric because she's right there. All right, I'm going to drop a dice on the floor, which is great. And these ones, however, are not armed, and instead are going to try to punch Lyric. They rush forward. I have a 22 and a 15.
Those will both hit because my AC is only 15.
And I have a 14 and a 13. Or, pardon me, I have
Those
a
will not
14 and a
hit.
17.
Okay, the 17 will hit.
Okay. They are going to rush forward, and you are going to take 3 punches to the face for 7, 3, and 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow, my face.
Squad routine! Squad routine! They're going to keep saying in Dwarvish, which is Mock the Targ! Mock the Targ! Diggy diggy! And then, top of the initiative, we have Anthea!
Oh my goodness. She will
Clang, clang, clang.
rush out of the room. Doop, 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 doop. And cast a firebolt
At which one?
at the one with the red light.
The one with the red light. All right. Casting at that one. Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and make me an attack.
I think it's a 27 to hit. No, 26 to hit.
26 to hit is absolutely going to hit.
Yeah.
Roll me damage.
Boing. That could have been better. 11.
11 points of damage are going to hit its back, and it is going to take full damage there as that melts into its armor. It's wearing like full plate armor as it is like stomping forward, like dwarf-sized full plate, and is going to be in the process of hacking Sindri to bits. What else are you doing?
Oh, Squish, your turn. And I will command Squish to take a shot at it.
Sounds good.
He got a nat 20 for his
God.
D4
Okay.
damage. Oh, he
For his
doesn't have
D4
much
of
damage.
force damage, right?
Yeah. D4 plus my proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So, good job.
Who gets who gets Squish's advantage?
Sindri, because it's attacking Sindri.
That sounds great. Here's what's going to happen. Squish is going to go and is going to fire a squish bolt at this thing, and it is going to hit it hard enough that it would break bones, but all that's going to happen is that the helmet is going to spin around and glare at you before a hand goes and cranks it back into view. Apparently, it's immune to force damage.
Well, that's good to know. That's not often.
That's
the
not
case.
often.
Hmm.
And as you are looking at that in a little bit of shock, what's your passive perception?
Like 13.
As you are reaching back in to grab another firebolt and prepare yourself, you are going to see the bones in your hand begin to shift as if they're made of rubber.
Oh.
Your
That's not
bones will
helpful.
begin to shiver all the way up your arm. And you are going to see that your fingertips now have small little bone protrusions reaching back like hooks.
Oh. But my bones aren't elasticy. I can move my hands
You can
normally.
still move, but as you're looking at your hand, it's warping underneath your sight.
Oh, this is a problem for later.
All right. Next to the initiative, I have Carmilla.
I am going to try to move into the room. I don't think I have quite enough movement. I can get here. And I think I am going to... Christine, do you want to get into the room before your turn?
Sure.
Or at least get some movement to get a little oomph. Also, I've been doing this move wrong. It is not your whole movement. It is half your movement.
Okay.
Very much apologies. So going forward, you get half your movement.
How much do you get
But
if
I
you go
will
backwards?
use a superiority dice. Sorry?
How much do you get if you go backward? Never mind. I'm making a
Exactly,
joke
yeah.
at your expense.
All right. Well, that moves me into the
I
room.
don't know.
So that's good.
Yes. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm going to because I think that happens whether or not oh no, it's only when I hit, so we'll see if I hit.
All right. Which one are you attacking?
The one closest to the wall.
Okay, so one of the animated armors. Go ahead, make me an attack roll.
One of the animated armors. Yeah.
What are those?
Because I ran in here and don't know what's happening.
Fair.
That's double 11s, but that's before additions.
It is true.
And I add...
You're level 7 now. 7 to both?
Actually, hang on. Thrown weapons are still strength, right?
They are.
Yeah. Okay. So 18 and 18.
All right. That's 2 hits.
Oh, hooray! Did not think it was going to. So there's
Just
a
barely.
superiority dice.
They are
on
literally
that.
made of plate armor, so they have plate armor AC.
Oh.
There you go. Now I think I can use bonus action spin with superiority dice. I am going to use my bonus action and spend a superiority dice.
Okay.
To show Sindri that I'm backing him up. And I'm going to use a new ability I got when I leveled up. I'm going to use Rally. So I expend a superiority die, and instead of adding to my damage, I will give Sindri temporary hit points.
Ooh.
And that is a 7 plus my charisma modifier, which is 2. So take 9 temporary hit points, Sindri, because your party is backing you up. And then they are going to take... and then, Alessandra, you can move half your speed. And then they will take... strength is 8, 9, 13, 21 damage.
Ooh.
It's not magical, though. It's just slashing.
Still, that's 20. How many? 21?
21.
Beautiful. You are going to hurl 2 axes in that are going to smash into the armor and basically put a crack all the way along the back of this old steel armor. Beautiful hits. Beautiful. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
That's me wiped.
All right. Then it is going to be the Helmed Horror and Lyric. So, Lyric, this thing's going to hit Sindri twice. What are you going to do?
I would like to cast Bestow Curse and use one of my sorcery points to get the 2 to use Twin Spell.
Okay. So which 2 are you
To
attacking? The 2 animated armors or the Helmed Horror? And an
The
animated
Helmed Horror and the animated are one right in front of me.
Okay,
So I can Twin Spell to do 1 for each.
sounds good. And I'm going to be honest, the one that Carmilla just axed is pretty close to dead.
Is that the one closest to the wall or the one right
It's
in
on the
front of me?
far right, yes.
Okay, so it's one close to the wall. Okay, so I would like it to... Okay, I need... Okay. Wisdom saving throw or become cursed for the duration of the spell. Concentration up to a minute.
Okay, I have Wisdom saving throw. I only have an 11.
Aha, that is not enough to pass. So I think each of them will need to do 1.
Okay, and the only a 5.
Okay, so no. So in that case, I am
Only
giving
a
them
1. It has a
disadvantage.
-4 Wisdom.
Oh god. Choose ability score. Okay, I am having them have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws related to dexterity.
Dexterity?
Yes, they have disadvantage on every ability checks and saving throws related to dexterity specifically.
I'm gonna give you. Someone bought a something good happens earlier. I'm gonna remind you that they're made of plate armor, so they're not particularly dexterous.
That's a good point.
Does this not include attack rolls?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Then it doesn't matter.
No.
Don't worry about it. Okay, so dex saves.
I have a plan. I don't know if this is gonna help.
Okay.
But I have a plan.
So curse. You drop a curse on both of them. Beautiful. What else are you doing?
So that is my action to do that, I believe. Where is it? Yes, that's my action. And I would love as a bonus action to... Oh no, that was an upper level spell, so I can't do it.
It's true.
In that case, that is all I'm doing.
All right. Sindri, as it is being cursed, it is going to reach out and it is going to hit you with a... that's a 14, which is a miss, but an unnatural 20.
Yep, my armor class is 18.
Perfect. You're going to take 12 points of slashing damage.
But it will eat through 9 points of my temporary hit points, and I'll take 3 damage.
All right. You're going to feel that blade slide across you, almost close enough to shave you, and is going to bounce off magically. Beautiful. Sindri, guess whose turn it is? It's yours.
Oh, it's on. All right. Gonna go. So my first attack is made with advantage because of inspiration from the crit.
Okay.
So, and that's going to be a... Math is very hard. An 18 to hit.
An 18 to hit will hit.
All right, so that is...
And for anybody who says that's not what Helmed Horror's AC is, it's not if they have their shield equipped, but I forgot that they had a shield when I said it was attacking with 2 hands, so it can't use its shield.
Thank you. It'll take 7 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, magical bludgeoning. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, that's gonna pump through.
Yeah. And then I make my second attack without advantage. And that is a miss because that's a 16.
Reminder, everybody on the field has determination except for Anthea.
I'll use it then. I will use it to get that hit in. Because fuck these guys. And that's another 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Flurry of Blows to get 2 more attacks on the same target.
All right, do it.
Yeah! That's a dirty 20 and a 21. So...
Those are both hits. Roll me damage.
That's 8. And that is 12. So
12 total, or...
no, 8 and then 12. So 20 points of damage from my Flurry of Blows.
Damn, son, that is dope. Bam, bam. 2 hits are going to slam into this thing, and you are bludgeoning it incredibly hard.
I'm just gonna
still
grab it by
up,
the head and just hit it. Just like
it has
off
like
the door.
flaming evil inside of its skull that's just kind of glaring at you, and it's gonna keep saying, "Squad unit tactics, squad unit tactics."
Have I introduced you to Briark yet? Bam, 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 bam.
Does not compute. Does not compute.
Says Briark in Dwarvish.
All right. Briark. All right. Then it is Alessandra's turn.
Okay. I think I'm going to move up and attack.
All right. What are you attacking?
The one directly in front of Sindri.
Sounds good. Give it to me.
Okay. Just pull up my numbers. That is a 23.
That's a hit.
And a 26.
Those are 2 hits. Roll me damage.
Okay.
And your weapon is magical.
Yes. There's it. That is... $22.
22 points of damage. How do you do it?
Just slash and slash. Like, I don't know, one to the side and then down the middle.
All right.
Feels open like a can.
You are going to drop it to the ground, and it is going to collapse in a pile of parts. As it does, its helmet is going to roll over, and you are going to hear in Dwarven, anyone who speaks Dwarven, just Sindri, right? It is going to say, "Thank you for using the sparring chamber."
Okay. Well, just in
Beautiful.
case they want to move at all, Tunnel Fighter stance.
Tunnel Fighter, it is their turn. They are going to look at Lyric and say, "Squad tactics routine. Biff, 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 biff." Okay. One moment, please. Lyric, roll me d20.
I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to spend my Hurt the Mores to re-roll these. There we go.
Can I not silvery barbs, whatever this is?
You may. I have... So basically, what's going to happen is the first one is going to... The one that you cursed is going to go squad unit tactics and is going to swing a punch at you that you're going to dodge out of the way of with an eep, and then it's going to do a right cross into the shoulder of its other one, but is going to kind of hit less like a death blow and more like a, hey, buddy. Not punch in the shoulder. And then the other one is going to go squad unit tactics and is going to get a 19 and a 16 to punch you in the face.
I would love to silvery barbs without the 19. Although the 16
Okay, let's re-roll it. That's a 16 then.
Motherfucker. My AC
but you get to grant advantage to somebody else in the party. Or yourself.
I'm going to give it to... Who's right after me?
Right after you is Anthea.
Can I give it to Squish?
You can give it a Squish. Squish now has advantage. And you have 16 points of bludgeoning damage from getting slammed in the face twice.
Squish
Okay,
can't
so it
do
was 8 and
anything
8?
to it.
8 and 8.
Oh, okay, then it's giving to Anthea. I lied.
Sorry.
I will do a concentration check to see if the curse stays.
All right. Okay, one pass.
I'm spending my determination.
Okay.
That'll make the first one pass, and then we'll see what my other one does. And we use a different dice, because this one's a traitor.
Traitor.
Mother. Nope, it fails.
Your curse
So much for that.
dies.
Shit.
And the other one goes, squad unit tactics, as it starts to feel better. And that is going to be their turns. Top of the initiative, Anthea.
Hi. Okay. Well, let's try it again. And I'm going to throw another firebolt.
As you go to throw it back, your fingers are going to bend backwards like a slingshot and flick forward as the tendons snap back into place. Make me an attack roll.
Well, that's something special and new and exciting. 22 to hit.
That's gonna hit. Were you hitting the one on the left or the right? The one that got, the one that failed to punch Lyric, or the one that punched Lyric and has a bunch of axes sticking out of it?
The one that punched Lyric. That's not nice.
That's fair. All right, give it to me. Squad unit tactics.
Yeah. Right? That's what we're doing. Actually, I have no idea what it's saying. Okay. Oh, man, that could have been better, but it's still an 11. 9
11
and a
damage?
2. Yeah.
All right, 11 damage as the firebolt slams into that one's back.
Good job. And, Squish, just for good measure, just see if you can do something here.
Squish!
And
All right, go
I'll
on.
just try.
Make me an attack roll.
Oh, well, no. An 11's not going to hit.
11 is
So
not
that's
going to hit. It's gonna go... But he's lost his
Oh.
confidence.
Oh, you'll do better next time, buddy.
Squish!
All right,
Yeah.
Carmilla.
All right. Well, my hand axes are stuck in this armor, so she's gonna draw Lightbringer and take a swingaroony at these guys.
All right, give it to me.
Can I attack one and then see if it goes down and then attack the other?
Absolutely.
So I'll roll the one attack, and that's going to be a 21.
21's gonna hit.
Perfect. Does anyone else want a something? Lyric was hit, right?
Lyric was hit.
Yeah, I've been hit twice. I have lost 32 hit points out of my 54.
Ooh, okay.
I'm ouch.
Carmilla is actively stepping in front of you, and so I'm going to use Rally as well and my bonus action and give you 6 temporary hit points. And then my damage with Lightbringer will be not great, but that's going to be 6, 7 damage.
Okay. It is still
Is
up,
it still standing?
but it is pretty
Okay.
badly cracked. You think the next blow is going to bring it down?
Okay, let's take another roll at it. Yeah, it's gonna be 22. And I think... No, I already used my bonus action. Okay. Oh, that's not great. Okay, it's gonna be 6 damage.
How do you do it?
Yeah. But
I think she sort of steps in front of Lyric to make sure that she's protected from these things now, takes a big swing over her head and just collapses the side of the chest, and then tears it out, swinging it back around with the momentum, and just pops the helmet off.
Beautiful. It's going to collapse to the floor and say, "Thank you for using the sparring chamber," in Dwarvish. Anything else on your turn?
I don't know what it says. I am
Not
going
Oracle.
to... Can I use a little bit more movement? I actually want to be here. if that's
Perfect.
okay.
You can move back up
Between
next to
Lyric.
Alessandra.
Cute.
All right. And
my turn.
Lyric, you're up.
Lyric's pissed off. This is terrible. This is genuinely the worst. She's having a really bad day. And because of that, what can I actually do here? Oh, I know what I can do. I'd love to use one of my new features. Lyric is gonna step to the side, I think. Will that still hit? If Lyric goes into the corner, is that still 10 feet from Sindri? Like within 10 feet?
Yeah, he's 10 feet from you then. What are you trying to do?
I want to use Arms of Hadar. This
I
is
see.
terrible.
I say just do it.
I think she is gonna just do it because I don't think she has really thought about what this is gonna do because she just got this ability.
Cool. I want you to describe what that is.
It is a tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in the area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn.
Okay.
This
Go
is a
ahead,
really, really bad
Sindri.
idea, and I'm really sorry, Sindri.
Sindri, I believe you're at a +3 because of your proximity to Alessandra. And I am... What's my DC?
Your DC is 15.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled an 11.
Was that with the +3?
Yeah.
I have my reaction, so I'm going to use Flash of Genius and Sindri a little bit to the left.
What? What does this do?
And it gives you my intelligence modifier as a bonus to that roll that you made, so you get +4 to that.
She's smart.
That puts me at 15, so I pass. Thank you so much.
She's so
Yay.
smart. All right.
Okay.
Wait,
It's
what?
not- it's nothing on a
2d6
fail?
Necrotic. On a fail... What? No, on a failed save, you take 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn. On a successful save, you
Okay.
take half damage but suffer no other effect.
Perfect.
So,
All right. So
I rolled for 10 necrotic, so only 5 to Sindri.
okay.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't catch anybody else. Oh, does it
and-
catch Carmilla if I'm in the corner?
She is.
Oh shit, does it actually
Yeah.
also catch Alessandra?
No, Alessandra. Oh, actually, let me double check. Let me just do the math.
I'm sorry, pardon.
Yeah, it does. It does hit everybody. So everybody roll me
Okay.
a strength save.
I'm the worst, but this...
Worth
But-
it.
But you're within +3 of. Or you're within Alessandra's plus range.
24 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody
Did you say strength?
should get it plus
Strength save, yeah.
3 to that.
27.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
You're still going to take half damage, but you both are fine as these black arms rise out of the floor. And Lyric, what does this look like on you? as per your class ability. Well, as per the class flavor. Or the subclass flavor, I should say. Or do you want me to be weird with it?
I feel like it just looks like almost like distortions. You can't really see them properly.
Does she
But
have
they
anything
are...
like green veins in her forehead or something?
No.
Aw.
Hmm.
Okay.
And maybe she starts bleeding black out of her eyes.
Yeah, let's do that. That's pretty goth.
Yeah.
A little bit of black blood coming out of the side of 11's eyes. As you use Arms of Adar, that what is the side effect? So it is 10 necrotic and...
They can't take reactions until their next turn. Which means that
Perfect.
Lyric can then get the fuck out of there and not be in range. Which is exactly what she's going to do. Boop, 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 boop. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, she's gonna go hang over by Anthea.
All right, rushing to the north, you run past it as the arms are going to restrain it as it tries to swing at you, but the arms are going to hold it in place.
I also have a bonus action.
Mhm.
Because I forgot it last round because I'm a dumbass. Bardic Inspiration.
On.
I'm gonna give it to
Sindri is next.
Sindri. Sindri gets it.
All right, Sindri, you're next. What do you do?
Deactivate sparring system in Dwarven.
Make me a persuasion roll.
20. Dirty.
Thank you for using sparring system.
What
And
did
it
you
is
just
going
say?
to like slowly start picking up the other armors and reassembling them on the shelf.
What? What did you do,
What happened there?
Sindri?
I told them to stand down.
And
Oh.
Sindri's like bleeding from the chest, and so it's gonna be like, it's a sparring, it's a training room with a sparring system.
I see. You could have done that before.
Yeah,
I got smashed in the face several times.
Sindri will take his hand out where he's bleeding. Yeah, I was a little
blood.
distracted actually. This flicks blood on the floor. I panicked.
I really didn't want you to say I panicked. It's the last thing I wanted to hear. But okay, fine, I guess. Ow.
Yeah.
Can we just take a nap before we proceed? Maybe play some music, eat a snack?
You could take a nap on the very unfathomably uncomfortable bed in the other room. It's made of stone.
I mean, it's got a stone door on it, right?
In the room? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everything here is made of stone except for those. Honestly, I would not have been surprised if the plate armor was made of stone too. It would have been terrible, but I wouldn't have been surprised.
Well, if we can, let's take a second. Bandage this up.
So, I would like to request a short rest and to use Song of Rest to, close the doors and use some hit points. Spend some hit dice.
Sure. So you head over and you close the door to the east,
Please.
or to the west.
And
good.
to the south, if we did open it, I don't know if it actually got
No, you were
opened,
just
or
about
we
to.
just- Okay.
So, Lyric, you head over and you shut the door to the east. Or pardon me, to the west. And then you're going to hear as it opens again. Maybe it didn't latch properly?
Or we have ghosts. I don't have time for this. I want to rest. Just gonna push it closed again.
Okay. You turn around and it's going to pull open again. Just a tiny bit.
Okay. Just gonna turn, keep her eyes fixed on it, with her back against the wall, kind of, so she can still see it out of the and see maybe anyone else in the party out of the peripheral vision. She's gonna say, I call, hey, guys, can one of you or a couple of you come and take a look at this door that doesn't seem to want to stay closed?
Maybe
Yes, of
something's wrong with
course.
the hinges.
Mm.
Possibly. I thought it latched, but
I'm going to just be bodyguarding behind Anthea.
Do, 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 do.
Anthea, do you just try to shut the door? It doesn't have a locking mechanism in it, but it does have a
Yes.
latch, and you can easily shut the door. And it makes a little noise as you do.
Just needed the right touch.
Lyric's still staring at the
What?
door. If everyone else leaves, she's just watching it.
Sounds good. Can I get a passive perception, or pardon me, not a passive perception, can I get a perception roll off of Anthea and Carmilla?
Okay, look.
Canonically can't see shit.
Wow.
It's a 4.
I'm usually so bad at this. Perception?
Yeah.
21.
Okay. So you hang out for a second just to see what will happen, right?
Yeah.
And Lyric, the door doesn't open again. Maybe it's just you. Maybe you're just bad at doors.
Well, maybe it has a vendetta against me.
The door?
You've seen me animate a bed. What's to mean the door can't be animated?
Yeah, but you didn't do it.
No, but I'm not the only one who can do such things.
No, I ain't fair.
Considering those, and she points back in the direction of the armors, also weren't me.
As you pivot
then
your
we
body
Yeah,
to turn,
weird.
well, the door is going to open slightly as Anthea watches a long, suckered tentacle slide out from
Oh.
underneath Lyric's shirt and pull open the door. And I think that's where we're going to stop game for the night.
Whoa! It was you all along.
It was you all along, Lyric. Your own worst enemy. You have your own
It's
friend.
me sabotaging
Truly.
myself again.
Oh,
Ah, I love Tentacle Lyric. Tentacle Lyric is my favorite lyric.
My least favorite lyric, honestly. And lyric also disagree.
All right. Hey, folks, thanks for joining us tonight for another episode of Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. We're going to be back going further into Talhundereth next episode after we get back from Odafest, so long as we don't catch a con plague. That is always a chance. But that probably won't hit us till Tuesday. So good luck for shards. Hey, a big thank you to everybody who supports us. We could not do this without people who join us over on patreon.com/dorktales. And we're only 25 people away from a Regency era Dungeons and Dragons game with Mr. Orc Darcy there, which you should definitely check out. You get a ton of additional content if you're on our Patreon, which I'm actually going to go edit a bunch of tonight as soon as this game ends. A big thank you to our divine producer, my mom. Hey mom, how's it going? Our demonic producers, Precarious and Mysterium MK. Our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin and Sorcerer Sanguine. Our monster maker, Soul Omen. Our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Dustin, Amethyst, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Chef Eladeth, Larook, Mike Baxter, Kelowna Curd, Iridian, Brian Kaler, and Nerdy Metal Gent. They are all the most amazing people on the planet, and so are all of the people beneath them in the level 20, level 10, and VIP category, and the Dork Squad's pretty cool too. Join them, and look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great night, everybody. Love you big much. We'll see you next week, and we'll see you tomorrow night if you're on Patreon for Strixhaven. I hope so. Good night, everybody.